Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Global Beastmaster, Young Life. Double S level talents at the start. Chapter 21. Originally, they were chasing the black wind. But later, he saw the black wind turning back suddenly, so he followed. Team leader, when we passed here just now, didn't this Beastmaster just stand on a tree and look at us? A city guard couldn't help asking. The one-eyed man glanced at him. Shut up. Subsequently, he respectfully said to Su Chen on the tree again, the Beastmaster on the tree, we are the Zhongcheng City Defense Force, may I come down and see you? Never mind why the two-star Beastmaster didn't come down to meet them just now. Respect the strong. It is what every qualified Beastmaster should do. Among other things, they also vaguely saw the battle between the Black Dragon Beast and the Cat Demon Chief just now. The one-eyed man admitted himself. I am definitely not the opponent of that cat demon. But that cat demon was easily killed by the Black Dragon Yusho. It is enough to see that this Beastmaster is not simple. What is it? Su Chen frowned slightly. I don't seem to have any contact with the city guards. Recently, the number of monsters in Zhongcheng's 5 secret realms has increased sharply. We all obeyed orders and came to investigate in this secret realm. The one-eyed man respectfully said, it would have been fine before, but now there are too many monsters in the misty forest, and it is too dangerous for us 4 one-star Beastmasters. So we ask our friends to come with us. If there is a 2-star Beastmaster in charge, this time it will be much smoother. The surge in the number of monsters. Su Chen was slightly taken aback. After I entered the foggy forest, I found that the number of monsters here was too dense. He thought that was the case. Didn't think there was another reason. I'd love to help. Su Chen fell from the tree, looked at the 4 people in front of him and said, but it's a pity, I'm not a 2-star Beastmaster. No, the one-eyed man froze for a moment. He looked at Haifeng, then at Su Chen. The tone suddenly became more respectful. Could it be that you are a 3-star Beastmaster? Quote. Su Chen was a little speechless. No, I'm not even a 1-star Beastmaster. I just awakened the talent of beast control yesterday. Ah, the one-eyed man obviously didn't react. The other 3 were also stunned. The 4 looked at each other with disbelief written all over their faces. What are you kidding? This Black Dragon Yusho looks like a 1-star combat power, infinitely close to the existence of a 2-star combat power. You told me that you just awakened the talent of beast control yesterday. I remembered. The city guard who was holding the poisonous fire snake suddenly exclaimed, yesterday, a newcomer with S-level beast fencing talent came out of Zhongcheng, what seems to be his name? Su Chen. This is the only S-level beast master in Zhongcheng for 100 years. Naturally, it is famous. Could it be that this young man in front of him is? That's right, it's me. Su Chen nodded. There is nothing to hide. Grunt. The city guard who was holding the poisonous fire snake swallowed, and didn't know what to say for a while. That is to say, you were really a talent that was awakened yesterday, and then. He put his eyes on Haifeng, and asked tremblingly, in one day, did you cultivate this beast that is comparable to a 2-star combat power? Ah, Haifeng felt a little proud when he heard others praise him. But Su Chen tapped its little head. What are you proud of? You are far from a 2-star combat power now, and now you can only be regarded as a 1-star above average combat power. Ah, Haifeng covered his head with his wings aggrievedly. Seeing this appearance, Su Chen rolled his eyes. Level 20 elite monsters are considered 2-star combat power. The current Haifeng is at most as powerful as a 14th level elite monster. Isn't that enough? The city guard choked out such a sentence for a long time. These 1-star Beastmasters spent more than 20 years working hard to train their Beastmasters to this level. The result was unexpected. A Beastmaster who had just awakened for a day surpassed them all. A day's work, worth their 20 years of hard work. This is the S-level Beastmaster talent terrifying? After suppressing the shock in his heart, the one-eyed man gave a wry smile. Now I finally understand why all major countries keep the abilities of S-level Beastmasters secret, and no one else has the right to know the reason except the Beastmaster himself. The future is destined to become the existence of God. After everyone wakes up consciously, they are walking strategic weapons. How could such a monster genius allow others to expose his talent effect? The one-eyed man thinks he has seen the world. I had seen the demeanor of the leader of the city guard army during the Beast Tide riot 10 years ago. But if it is compared to the young Su Chen in front of him, that leader is almost vulnerable. Although you are not a 2-star Beastmaster, your strength is much stronger than our 4 brothers. The one-eyed man took out the scroll in his pocket, and handed it over decisively. This is the real-time distribution map of the secret realm unique to our city guard army. If you are willing to go with us, then we are also willing to share this map. The things recorded on it will definitely help you to level up quickly. If he wanted to share this picture just now in exchange for the companion of a 2-star Beastmaster. There are also some reluctant ones. After all, this is considered the 3rd-class secret of the city guards. But now, the one-eyed man has 10,000 wishes in his heart. Facing an S-level Beastmaster, an S-level Beastmaster who has not yet grown up. Not to mention gifting a 3rd-class secret. Even if he wanted the 1st-class secrets of Zhongcheng's city guards, I believe the city lord would not hesitate to reveal them. The real-time distribution map of the secret realm. Seeing the scroll handed over by the one-eyed man, Su Chen took it. It was the first time he had heard of this name. Opening the scroll, I saw the words, Mist Forest, appearing on it. Then, there was a huge picture book. The information of various Warcraft gathering places and tribes is marked on it. Not only these, but even some of the lesser number of monsters are marked. What a detailed drawing. Su Chen was a little surprised. Warcraft is a threat to humans, but it is not a resource. Possessing such a blueprint is equivalent to mastering the distribution points of all Warcraft resources in the Foggy Forest. No wonder it was only supplied to the city guards. This real-time distribution map of the secret realm needs to be updated every month, so as to ensure the accuracy. It's been only 10 days since the last update. However, due to the skyrocketing number of monsters in the secret realm, many distribution points on this blueprint may be uneven. The one-eyed man said with some regret. But Su Chen didn't care. It doesn't matter if there are some differences, as long as they are roughly the same. Warcraft is alive though, but they have a strong sense of territory, and they don't run around frequently. Su Chen set his sights on the one-eyed man. The one-eyed man also understood in an instant, and quickly said, "Our task is to detect the scale of the gathering place of strange beasts." A gathering place for alien beasts. Su Chen froze for a moment. The one-eyed man explained, "The only beast in this misty forest is the poisonous fire snake, and the gathering place of the poisonous fire snake is still some distance away from here." Su Chen's eyes fell on the real-time map of the misty forest again, looking for it. Really? In the depths of the foggy forest, I saw the sign of the gathering place of strange beasts. In the deepest part of the misty forest. Su Chen was thoughtful. No wonder this group of city guards came all the way to find him. Not to mention that in this gathering place of poisonous fire snakes, the level of poisonous fire snakes is generally above level 15, which is not something that ordinary 1-star Beastmasters can covet. It's just that there are several monster tribes next to the strange beast gathering place. A 1-star Beastmaster has no qualifications to get close at all. Passing by the mighty horde of Warcraft. Even if it is intentionally avoided, there is a great risk. Now the number of monsters in the foggy forest has skyrocketed. For the 4 of them, this mission was almost a narrow escape. "I can take you there." Su Chen put away the scroll, looked at the 4 of them and said seriously, "But let me arrange the route." It is also extremely risky for him to directly enter the depths of the foggy forest. The current black wind is only at level 8. But if you go all the way in, let Haifeng upgrade all the way. Then there is no problem. He who has the distribution map of Warcraft. Confident that in the next killing, the efficiency will definitely increase several times. Breaking through level 10 is only a matter of minutes. No problem. The one-eyed man agreed without any hesitation. As long as you can complete the task. All according to your arrangement. The other 3 city guards nodded again and again, their eyes full of enthusiasm and reverence. Don't look at Su Chen who just became a Beastmaster in less than a day. But at this time in their eyes, this student who hasn't graduated is even more reliable than the captain of their 2-star Beastmaster. The name of an S-level Beastmaster is even more prestigious than a golden signboard. Let's go. Su Chen didn't stay any longer. After choosing a medium-sized monster gathering place in the distribution map, they quickly rushed away. The four also hurriedly followed. The figures of the 5 people passed quickly on the tree path. Not long after, they just stopped on a big tree. 100 meters away from the big tree, a group of goblins are living there. Warcraft Goblin Gathering Place. Quantity: 130 to 150. Maximum level: level 14. This is the information marked on the real-time distribution map, and was targeted by Su Chen. That is, this monster gathering place. A group of goblins are old friends. Su Chen chuckled. The scene of slaughtering the goblin tribe in the novice secret realm yesterday seemed to be right in front of us. He snapped his fingers lightly. Haifeng looked over suspiciously. Su Chen pointed to the goblin gathering place 100 meters away with his snapping fingers. Haifeng understood in seconds. Immediately, he rushed towards the goblin gathering place screaming. The flame dragon's breath washes the ground. Fearless charge beheading. If you're not dead, make another claw thrust. Haifeng is already very familiar with this set. But this is for the 4 city guards. But it was the first time I saw it. Grunt, looking at the scene of the massacre in Haifeng. The one-eyed man swallowed in disbelief. When did killing monsters become so easy? I kind of know why this one can train the beast so quickly. He said to himself slowly. If you keep killing like this, it's no wonder that the upgrade is slow. But to achieve this level, the one-eyed man can hardly imagine it. His beast hunting dog can kill a monster of the same level alone, which is already very good. In a 1-on-2 situation, you will lose. And the 3 people standing behind the one-eyed man were also trembling. Especially the city guard holding the poisonous fire snake. He glanced at the poisonous fire snake in his arms, and then at the majestic Haifeng. Want to cry but have no tears. It is also fire breathing. Why is there such a big gap? Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 11 monster goblin, gaining experience 631. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 12 monster goblin, gaining experience 701. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills the 13th level Warcraft Goblin Chief, gaining experience 1320. Su Chen didn't pay attention to the thoughts of the 4 of them. He glanced at the beast control panel, and a steady stream of kill prompts popped up on it. Thump. After a few jumps on the tree path, Su Chen came to the top of the goblin tribe. Then wave your hand. Countless attributes were extracted by him. Successful extraction, gain 25 points of constitution. Successful extraction, gain 26 points of power. Successful extraction, gain 13 points of magic power. A large number of light spheres appeared in Su Chen's hands. He didn't mind the 4 people behind, because only he could see these balls of light. Unless he wants to sell these light spheres. Otherwise it is invisible to others. Black wind. Su Chen let out a low cry. Oh wow. Haifeng, who had just slaughtered the goblin gathering place, had been promoted to level 9. Hurry up and fly over. I am secretly happy, because whenever the master calls it, something good happens. And this scene, in the eyes of the 4 city guards, it was another scene. Looking at the black dragon's dependence on Su Chen. And that strong sense of surrender. The one-eyed man only felt that his 3 views of the past 20 years had been shattered. If I remember correctly, the first lesson of the Beastmaster is, the stronger the beast, the harder it is to tame. The fighting power of this black dragon beast is obvious to all. Such a powerful Beastmaster can actually bow his head to a newcomer who has just become a Beastmaster for less than 2 days. Is this a bit outrageous? The one-eyed man looked sadly at the hound Yusho at his feet. At the beginning, I wanted to tame this guy. But it took half a month. And it took several years to reach the stage of tacit combat. This horrible gap. Let him once again feel the shock brought by Su Chen. I'm afraid it's included among the S-rank Beastmasters. Su Chen is also one of the top ones, right? The city guard holding the poisonous fire snake sighed. He wants to get along with the poisonous fire snake, and he is actually similar to the team leader. In the few years that have just been tamed, 1 person and 1 snake are falling in love and killing each other. Bring the poisonous fire snake out of the animal pen, and cooperate in the battle when entering the novice secret realm for the first time. It took him more than 3 months. Where is the tacit relationship between Su Chen and you beast? Grandmas started killing randomly the next day. Oh wow, after being enchanted, Haifeng only felt that he was much stronger again. Even the body has grown a little. Almost every enchantment will make Haifeng's size bigger. Although not much growth, but I can't help Su Chen has enchanted so many times. Black Wind now, compared with when it just hatched from the egg, it is already 2 times bigger. However, in Su Chen's eyes, these were not enough. Hurry up and grow up, so that I can try the feeling of flying a black dragon in the future. Su Chen touched Haifeng's head, and laughed. Ah! Haifeng spread his wings, trying to get Su Chen up now. It's a pity that there is not enough for the owner to settle down now. In the end, I can only give up. Let's go, continue to kill monsters. Su Chen stepped on the tree trunk and rushed towards another gathering place. Originally he was thinking, it's almost enough to raise the Black Wind to level 10 today. But now that he has a real-time distribution map of monsters in his hand, he can't just upgrade to level 10. We'll follow soon. The one-eyed man threw away the messy thoughts in his mind, and led the 3 of them to chase after him. Originally, he thought that Su Chen asked him to plan the route. Just avoid Horde of Warcraft. But now it seems. This guy obviously wants to lead them all the way in. With this terrifying speed of slaughtering monsters, it is enough to raise the level of the Beastmaster. Waiting for the depths of the foggy forest. Whether you need to sneak in or just rush in, it's really not certain. Next, Su Chen continued to bring the Black Wind to slaughter all kinds of monster gathering places. And the 4 of the city guards. From the original shock, it gradually turned into numbness. They just feel that this black dragon beast does not need to consume energy. No matter how fierce the battle was, it didn't take long for him to recover. And even if it is restored, the next battle will become even more terrifying. But Su Chen's mental process is much simpler. Simply slaughter with the Black Wind. Then extract the enchantment. On the beast monitoring panel, countless prompts flashed across quickly. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills the 15th level Warcraft Kobold Chief, gaining 1623 experience points. Successful extraction, get 142 points of Constitution. Successful enchantment, your Beast Familiar Black Dragon Physique plus 142. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 14 Warcraft Catman Priest, gaining 1425 experience points. Successful extraction, get the special skill, Encouragement. The enchantment is successful, your talent, Inspiration, has been upgraded from E level to D level. The experience bar is full, your Beast Familiar Black Dragon has been upgraded to level 10. The experience bar is full, your Beast Familiar Black Dragon has been upgraded to level 11. Just within 3 hours, with the Black Wind, Su Chen completely wiped out the 4 gathering places of monsters. Countless monsters died under the breath of the Flame Dragon. And Haifeng has also been promoted 2 levels in a row. From level 9 to level 11. The 11th level Haifeng's combat power is already at the peak of a 1-star combat beast, enough to rival a 2-star combat beast. Su Chen looked at Haifeng's beast control panel and nodded. This fighting power, it can be regarded as living up to the attribute points of Warcraft. In the current foggy forest, although the number of monsters has increased, but the most powerful ones are still only 2-star monsters. Now the Black Wind of level 11 can completely walk sideways in the foggy forest. At the same time, these 3 hours of killing didn't just make Black Wind stronger. The talent, Encouragement, that Su Chen got before has also been upgraded from E level to D level. Inspiration, D level talent, a common skill of the priests in the Warcraft tribe. Using it in battle can make the allies' emotions high, increase their desire to fight, and at the same time increase the combat effectiveness of allies by 10%. From the original simple spiritual encouragement, it has become an actual combat power blessing. The D-level talent is much more powerful than the E-level talent. The effect is, according to the percentage, the combat power is increased by 10%. Su Chen's eyes lit up. The advantage of percentage blessing is that the strong get stronger. If you use the combat power index, with 10,000 combat power, a 10% blessing would increase the combat power by 1,000. It doesn't look like much. But what if it is 1 million combat power? Blessing by 10% means increasing combat power by 100,000. This talent is considered the best among D-level talents, right? Who would have thought? Such a D-level talent is just extracted by myself with a few special skills, and then fused. I just don't know if I can get the special skill, encouragement, from other places after leaving this foggy forest, or maybe there is a chance to turn this skill into an S-level talent. Su Chen felt a little regretful. The secret place of the misty forest, I guess I only come here once. Next time, it is to go to other more powerful secret realms. 4. Let's go find the gathering place of strange beasts now. He said back. He Feng at level 11, plus his own level D talent. It's time to go to the depths of the misty forest. Very good. The 4 people who were already numb. When he heard that he was about to enter the depths of the foggy forest, his eyes lit up. Although watching Su Chen slaughter monsters is very cool. But if they kept being hit like this, they almost felt that it was meaningless to guard the beast. Complete the task quickly and leave. That's what they think now. The 5 of them quickly ran towards the depths of the foggy forest. Hydra. A look of anticipation flashed in Su Chen's eyes. I don't know the difference between these strange beasts and Warcraft. Is there much experience provided? If you draw attributes, is the probability of drawing skills high? The answer to these 2 questions. It's all Su Chen cares about. From the edge of the foggy forest to the depths, there are naturally a large number of monsters attacking along the way. But these attacks are for the Black Wind today. Not a problem at all. Some monsters were directly burned to ashes by a mouthful of flame dragon's breath before they even made a move. Following Su Chen, I really feel an unprecedented sense of security. Single quote. The 4 city guards following Su Chen flashed this sentence in their minds. No matter what monster it is nothing to be afraid of. Because before they get close to them, they will be erased directly. If they come alone, not to mention how much time it takes, it is not certain whether you can arrive alive or not. Arrive. Su Chen stopped suddenly and looked at the extremely dense bushes below. As the only strange beast in the foggy forest, the poisonous fire snake has a different lifestyle from other monsters. According to the above distribution diagram, those guys like to dig holes and live underground, and the bushes above are their cover. Observing from the tree, there is almost no trace of the poisonous fire snake. The one-eyed man's expression became tense. Is it because of the surge in the number of monsters, which has affected the number of times the poisonous fire snakes come out? This is troublesome. Generally speaking, the number of vipers underground is about 20 times that of those on the ground. But in the bushes now, there is no trace of the poisonous fire snake at all. Want to count them? That means looking deep into the bushes. This behavior is tantamount to suicide. Looking at Su Chen, he was still a little puzzled. The one-eyed man explained with a wry smile, these bushes are not just a cover for poisonous fire snakes to hide their caves. The bushes are flammable. Once you enter the bushes and are discovered by the poisonous fire snakes, you may be forced into a sea of fire in an instant. The poisonous fire snake is a strange beast. Not only is it powerful, but its wisdom is equally astonishing. So that's how it is. Su Chen nodded thoughtfully. I have a good method, which can count the number of poisonous fire snakes as quickly as possible. The one-eyed man was puzzled. What method? Kill. Su Chen chuckled. After killing all of them, can't we count the number? Black Wind. Oh wow. Black Wind Milk roared ferociously, and then sprayed flame dragon's breath towards the bushes below. These poisonous snakes are indeed smart. Apart from them, no other monsters in this foggy forest would set fire. Therefore, the bush gathering place is almost a natural barrier for them, preventing other monsters from entering. Unfortunately, the Beastmasters who came to this misty forest have a lot of Beastmasters who can set fire. Hulala. As soon as the flame dragon breathed, the entire bush instantly turned into a sea of flames. Fire fuels the fire, fuels the fire. Almost instantly, the temperature of the entire ground skyrocketed. Although the poisonous fire snakes like to live in the shade underground. But they are not underground creatures after all, and the caves they dug are not deep. Therefore, at the moment when the ground temperature rises sharply, they are aware of it. One by one hurriedly climbed out. Come out, the poisonous fire snakes are all out. The city guard holding the poisonous fire snake exclaimed. He also didn't expect that Su Chen's attack would be so ruthless. However, this effect is also extreme. Pity Su Chen's purpose. It's not simply forcing these poisonous fire snakes to come out to count the numbers. Hey Feng, these poisonous fire snakes are resistant to fire, use the dragon's breath with all their strength. Su Chen shouted. In addition to the attribute of flame, dragon's breath also has its own destruction attribute. Even if the poisonous fire snake can resist fire, it can only be killed by the neck. Haifeng immediately increased the output power. Like a flamethrower, it spits dragon's breath crazily. Countless poisonous fire snakes were directly wiped away by the flame dragon's breath just as they emerged. Your beast monitoring black dragon kills a level 13 alien beast, poisonous fire snake, and gains 792 experience points. Your beast monitoring black dragon kills a level 14 alien beast poisonous fire snake, gaining 841 experience points. Your black dragon of Beastmaster kills the 13th level alien beast venomous fire snake, gaining 781 experience points. Look at the kill prompt on the beast control panel. Su Chen was slightly disappointed. According to the difference between monsters of the same level, the experience of this poisonous fire snake seems to be not much worse than that of monsters. And extract the first-hand attributes. Successful extraction, gain 24 points of magic power. Successful extraction, gain 21 points of agility. Extract sublime, get 19 points of constitution. The experience provided is no different from that of Warcraft, and the extracted attributes are similar. Su Chen was helpless. I thought that this group of poisonous fire snakes could bring me some surprises. Did not expect this. It seems that the gathering place of poisonous fire snakes can stay in the depths of the misty forest because of the advantage of the bushes. Otherwise such a small gathering place. It will also be able to occupy a place on the edge of the foggy forest. Roar. There was a voice of resentment. You don't need to look to know that this must be the leader of the poisonous fire snake gathering place. After killing them, go visit some other Warcraft tribes. Su Chen pondered. But when he set his eyes on the tens of meters long chief of the poisonous fire snake, he was slightly taken aback. Available withdrawal times 5/5. The target is the chief of the alien beast. After killing it, there is a high probability of dropping the racial skill, Poison Fire. After falling, you will lose 3 chances to draw it. Racial skills. Su Chen suddenly became interested. Strange beast. The leader of the poisonous fire snake. Quality. Elite. Level 16. Physique. 1832. Strength. 1652. Agility. 2042. Mana. 3510. Skills. Poisonous fire, blazing fireball, super speed. Evaluation. As the leader of the gathering place of the alien beast poisonous fire snake, it was born with powerful talents and has awakened its own racial skills. If it is given time, it may be able to grow to a 2-star combat power. It is a pity that it met you. Available withdrawal times 5/5. The target is the leader of the alien beast. After killing it, there is a high probability that it will drop the racial skill, Poison Fire. After falling, you will lose 3 chances to draw it. Racial skills. Su Chen narrowed his eyes slightly. It was the first time he had heard of this term, and he had never heard of it when he was in school. It is estimated that they are distinguished because of their talents. Thinking for a moment is enough to understand. This so-called racial skill, Poison Fire, is like Black Wind's skill, Dragon's Breath. This is a skill you were born with. Haifeng, kill the leader of the poisonous fire snake first. Quick battle. Su Chen ordered immediately. Today's Black Wind is already very strong. But this poisonous fire snake leader has a full level of 16, and it is also an elite quality beast. Still need to be taken seriously. Taking advantage of the chaos in the gathering place of poisonous fire snakes, he immediately beheaded the leader. Otherwise, it would be a little difficult to find such a good chance to behead after the vipers calm down. Rumbling, Haifeng listened to the order and rushed directly towards the leader of the poisonous fire snake. Facing other poisonous fire snakes, the flame dragon's breath is enough. But for the leader of the poisonous fire snake, perhaps it was almost meaningless. For a quick fight, it directly fell from the sky, launching the fearless charge skill. The sharp roar made the leader of the poisonous fire snake, who often moves underground, feel very uncomfortable. Coupled with the powerful impact potential energy, after rushing to the front. In an instant, the leader of the poisonous fire snake was smashed into the ground. Roar! This blow almost broke the snake's bone, causing the leader of the poisonous fire snake to suffer. But the Battle of Black Wind is not over yet. Relying on its strong physique and strength, it firmly pressed the snake head of the leader of the poisonous fire snake. While using the sharp dragon claws, launch the sharp claw thrusting skill. While using the flame dragon breath, attack the wounded and bleeding belly of the leader of the fire snake. But this guy's tenacious life was beyond He Feng's expectation. Still struggling, Su Chen frowned slightly as he looked at the circling snake body. Level 16 Elite Beast Leader. How can it be so resistant? He grasped the point in an instant. The value of the Black Wind is strong enough, but the level is too low, and the racial skills with huge lethality in the Black Dragon family have not yet been awakened. So when performing a beheading operation, once you encounter a situation where the leader has thick blood or strong recovery ability, it is easy to fall into a disadvantage. Su Chen analyzed quickly. This is one of the most basic abilities of a Beastmaster. As a royal beast, Black Wind's potential is indeed very powerful. However, many racial skills of the Black Dragon clan are too powerful, and cannot be mastered by He Feng at level 11. As for Black Wind's other two skills, Dauntless Charge and Talon Thrust, all Su Chen extracted from Warcraft. It can make Black Wind have more attack methods, but its power is also limited. Without hesitation, Su Chen directly activated his D-level talent. Encourage your Beastmaster Black Dragon, combat power plus 10%, continuous effect, 3 minutes. The moment the talent was activated, the beast control panel instantly gave feedback. Hopefully it works. Su Chen's eyes fell on He Feng. This is the first time he has used the inspiration talent. Never had a chance before. He Feng, who was suppressing the leader of the poisonous fire snake, trembled slightly, and then roared to the sky. Under the soaring fighting spirit, the roar sounded like that of an adult black dragon. Then the attack. It is also crazier and fiercer. The leader of the poisonous fire snake, who had been struggling to support, suffered another heavy blow. But a few blinks of time. The leader of the poisonous fire snake screamed again at the end, and the snake's head was pierced by He Feng's dragon claws. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills the leader of the 16th level alien beast poisonous fire snake, gaining 1902 experience points. The racial skill, Poison Fire, has been dropped and can be picked up. Available withdrawal times 2/5. It seems to have a significant effect. Su Chen looked at the corpse of the leader of the poisonous fire snake. The light ball of the racial skill, Poison Fire, was lying there quietly. Can do it twice. Losing the skill light ball roar, Su Chen began to extract attributes. Successful drawing, gain 142 points of agility. Successful drawing, get 92 points of constitution. The two extractions are attribute points. But this is enough, after all, there is already a skill. I don't know if this skill can be integrated into Dragon's Breath. Su Chen thought about it. The blazing fireball of the Goblin Chief turned Black Wind's Dragon's Breath into a flame Dragon's Breath. Poison Fire, skill. If it can be integrated, it will definitely be able to strengthen the initial skill of He Feng's Dragon's Breath again. Before awakening the other racial skills of the Black Dragon clan, the Dragon's Breath was He Feng's main means of attack. Before Su Chen could move, there was a sudden hissing sound behind him. Look back. I saw the poisonous fire snake, the imperial beast of the city guards, looking at the strange beasts below with a look of war. Excited to try. It was fine just now, and I don't know what happened. The city guard smiled wryly, and forcibly suppressed his imperial beast. If you run away, if you were mistaken for a strange beast, isn't it over? I was very smart before this Beastmaster. What's wrong now? The dragon's breath of the black dragon doesn't have eyes. If you swallow it, the snake will be cooked. Su Chen probably guessed the reason. The scope of action of his inspiring talent is all friendly units. But just this little guy. Even if the combat power is increased by 10%, it will not be able to exert much combat power. It's okay, it will be fine in 3 minutes. Su Chen raised his mouth. It was a snap of the fingers to recall He Feng. With a flip of his hand, he enchanted the poisonous fire skill to Haifeng. Enchanting success. Your beast familiar black dragon has mastered the skill, Poison Fire. Hint, the skill, Poison Fire, and the skill, Flame Dragon's Breath, are reacting and are merging. As he expected, the Poison Fire skill merged again. The fusion is complete. Your beast familiar black dragon has mastered the skill, Fire Poisonous Dragon's Breath. Fire and Poison Dragon Breath. In the original blazing and destructive characteristics, the characteristics of toxin are again integrated. In the future, every breath of the black dragon will contain a terrifying destructive effect. The high temperature is not enough to burn everything, but the poison in it will be pervasive. Fire Dragon Breath. Su Chen's eyes lit up. Last time, the power of Dragon's Breath from Dragon's Breath to Flame Dragon's Breath has been tripled. Although it was because the black wind was too weak at that time, and the fused fiery fireball was too powerful. But this is enough to explain the fact that the power of the dragon's breath after fusion will increase a lot. Now it has changed from Flame Dragon's Breath to Poisonous Fire Dragon's Breath. Added the poison feature. I don't know how much the power will increase. Black Wind. Su Chen pointed to the poisonous fire snakes still scurrying about in the sea of flames. Haifeng immediately flew into the sky, and a mouthful of the poisonous fire dragon's breath was sprayed towards the poisonous fire snakes. The crimson poisonous fire dragon's breath appeared along with the gray-black thick smoke. In an instant, it swept across the entire gathering place. Su Chen's attention was on the breath of the poisonous fire dragon. Simply calculating the attack range of the dragon's breath, there is no change. But the smoke seems to be poisonous. If the poison of the thick smoke is calculated, then the attack range is at least doubled. If it's about power, then the enhanced value is only about 20%. After analysis, Su Chen wasn't too sorry. Although this fusion did not increase the lethality of a single target much. But the attack range has been enhanced. The dragon's breath is ejected from the black wind's mouth. But now Haifeng's figure is really too petite. Therefore, the breath of the dragon sprayed out was completely different from what Su Chen had seen in the blockbuster movies in his previous life. A mouthful of dragon's breath was like a divine pillar from the sky, killing a large group of people in an instant. Little Haifeng must continue to output. The 4 city guards at the back only saw their own Haifeng Wushwang mowing the grass in front, but they couldn't see Su Chen pouring various attribute points into Haifeng's body continuously. Otherwise, it would be the killing speed of Haifeng. Already tired and paralyzed, now that there is poisonous smoke, the attack range is larger, which can make Su Chen feel more relaxed. Your beast familiar black dragon kills the 14th level alien beast venomous fire snake, gaining 861 experience points. Your black dragon of Beastmaster kills the 13th level alien beast venomous fire snake, gaining 781 experience points. Your beast monitoring black dragon kills a level 15 alien beast, poisonous fire snake, and gains 931 experience points. The new dragon's breath seemed to make Haifeng extremely excited. Facing the remaining poisonous fire snakes, they started to kill again. It's over, Haifeng, come back, Su Chen said. Haifeng called back the excited Haifeng directly. Originally, he wanted to kill all the strange beast gathering places. But now that he got the fire poison skill from the leader of the poisonous fire snakes, let these poisonous fire snakes survive. After all, different beasts are different from Warcraft and can be domesticated. There is no need to simply experience the baby-like Warcraft. There are about 70 poisonous fire snakes left by visual inspection. The one-eyed man also said hastily. When the battle started just now, he was counting the number of poisonous fire snakes. Originally there were more than 300 pieces. But now there are only more than 70 left. The speed of the slaughter. Even though the 4 of them were numb, the strange beast was not a monster after all. It was also shocking to see. Anyway, we are only allowed to count the number of alien beasts, not to protect them. The one-eyed man muttered in his heart. Just complete the task. And even if you let them protect it, they can't protect it, can they? I'm going to visit those Warcraft tribes around, do you want to come with me? Su Chen asked suddenly, are you still leaving? The 4 of them fell silent for a moment, and finally nodded while looking at each other. Even let them go alone. They dare not. Maybe he confessed before he got out of the depths of the foggy forest. Don't worry, it won't take long. Su Chen looked up at the sky. It's getting late now. Solve these Warcraft tribes as soon as possible, and it's time to end today's leveling trip. Finished. He stepped on the tree trunk and ran in the direction of a Warcraft tribe. The four also hurriedly followed. The massacre that followed was a bit the same. In just a few hours, Su Chen slaughtered all 3 Warcraft tribes. Haifeng's level is also raised like a rocket. The experience bar is full. Your beast familiar Black Dragon level has been raised to level 12. The experience bar is full. Your beast familiar Black Dragon level has been raised to level 13. The experience bar is full. Your beast familiar Black Dragon level has been raised to level 15. After having a larger attack range, the speed of upgrading is indeed faster. Looking at the prompts that appeared on the beast control panel, Su Chen was very satisfied. Originally, he was just thinking about it. It is almost enough to raise the Black Wind from level 6 to level 10 today. Unexpectedly, it was directly promoted to level 15. More than doubled today's goal. The only regret is that among the following 3 tribes, no skills have been revealed. With a thought, Su Chen is the panel that opens the Black Wind. Beast Familiar, Black Dragon. Quality, King Level. Level 15, 2.35%. Physique, 3102. Power, 3012. Agility, 2941. Mana, 4620. Skills, Fire Dragon's Breath, Fearless Charge, Claw Thrust. Combat Power, 2 stars. Comment: the little black dragon that is growing rapidly, now has a certain combat power, which is enough to fly a novice Beastmaster. If it can continue to be cultivated well, then its future achievements will be limitless. Compared to 11th grade, today's Black Wind has just stepped into the level of 2-star combat power. It's time to leave. Su Chen glanced at the sky. It's completely dark today. Warcraft in the dark night will be more manic. I am not afraid, but there is no need to take these 4 city guard soldiers on an adventure together. Is this level 15? Looking at the high-spirited Haifeng, the one-eyed man looked at the hunting dog Yusho at his feet. With a wry smile, his hound and Beastmaster is only at the 15th level. It never occurred to him that he would be surpassed by a student who had just awakened his talent for less than 2 days. This is also due to the fact that the one-eyed man can't see Haifeng's panel. Otherwise, the data above would scare him so much that he couldn't commit suicide by hitting tofu. The 4 followed in Su Chen's footsteps. Soon came to the exit of the secret realm. The exit and entrance of the misty forest are the same. I probably won't come again in the future. Su Chen looked back at the misty forest, and then stepped into the exit of the secret realm. Today's Black Wind already has the strength of 2 stars. No need to come to the misty forest anymore. For monsters of the same level, the experience bonus to the Beastmaster is very little. The 4 of them didn't dare to hesitate, and hurriedly left the secret realm. They don't have Su Chen's sentiment. If possible, they never want to come to this misty forest again. Su Chen only felt a white light flash before his eyes. When the sight was clear again, he had already returned to the hall of the Beastmasters Guild. In addition to the entrance to the secret realm of the foggy forest, there are 4 other entrances to the rift. However, Su Chen had already asked the 4 of them if they had real-time distribution maps of other secret realms. However, I was told that the number of monsters in other secret realms had increased too much, and the original real-time distribution map had been disrupted, so there was no reference value at all. So I can only give up. Student Su Chen, let's say goodbye now. The one-eyed man said in a rather complicated mood. After a day in the misty forest with Su Chen, his worldview has been shattered. Now, apart from rushing back to hand in the task, I also need to go back and reshape my worldview. Good. Su Chen nodded. After watching the 4 of them leave, they headed towards the Beastmaster testing ground of the Beastmaster Union. Now that the requirements of a 1-star Beastmaster have been met, then naturally I want to come here to improve my level. The test for a 1-star Beastmaster is very simple. The first step is to display the level of the royal beast. The second step is to defeat a 1-star monster. Hi, may I ask how many stars you want to take the Beastmaster test? The lady at the front desk asked with a smile on her face. Su Chen put it succinctly, 1 star. Okay, please follow me. The lady at the front desk nodded and took Su Chen to the test site. The panel of the beast. Other than the Beastmaster himself, no one has the right to view it. Unless the Beastmaster offers it on his own initiative. After coming to the testing ground, the staff at the test site immediately called up Su Chen's file. Just after a glance, he raised his head in surprise again. Student, are you here for the 1-star Beastmaster test? He was a little confused. What is written on it seems to be a talent that was only awakened yesterday. Su Chen nodded. With a wave of his hand, Haifeng's simple panel appeared in front of the staff. Family Beast. Black Dragon. Level 15. Subordinate Master, Su Chen. How is this possible? The staff looked at Haifeng's panel and still couldn't believe it. Is there something wrong with this file? In one day, it is not certain whether or not the Imperial Beast can be subdued. How can it be raised to level 15? Do you have a twin brother? The staff asked cautiously. Could it be that he took the place of his younger brother to conduct the beast test? Quote. Su Chen was a little speechless. I'm an orphan, where's my twin brother? The talent is too good, but this is not good. Sometimes, it is so contrary to common sense that others can't believe it. Su Chen said in a bad mood, Uncle, yesterday Zhang Cheng number 1 middle school awakened a Beastmaster with S-level talent, you know. The staff nodded quickly. Of course I know. S-rank Beastmaster, the last time he appeared in Zhongcheng was more than 100 years ago. How can you not remember? That S-rank Beastmaster is me. Su Chen pointed at himself, and said in a slightly helpless tone, so do you believe it now? When saying this sentence, he could already imagine the expressions of the staff. Start by staring wide open. Then look in disbelief. One last exclamation. As expected, the staff's reaction was just as Su Chen imagined. You are that S-rank Beastmaster. The staff was shocked and lost their voice for a while. After a while, it was only when he came to his senses. No wonder, it was only 2 days, no, maybe not even 2 days. In such a short period of time, he raised his Beastmaster to level 15. The staff suddenly realized, even if I add an S-level Beastmaster prefix to my sentence, it's a bit too far-fetched. Is this a Warcraft upgrade? Is this a cheat device? Su Chen asked. Now, can you give me a test? Certainly. The staff nodded quickly and pressed the test button. With a burst of mechanism vibration, a cage fell from the sky, and then a 1-star monster walked out of the cage. Haifeng's eyes also fell on this 1-star monster. There was a little disgust in his eyes. Such a weak monster. It can kill a dozen dragons with 1 mouthful of dragon breath. If you kill this beast, you will be able to pass the test of a 1-star Beastmaster, said the staff. Su Chen nodded and said, Black Wind. Haifeng immediately sprayed a dragon's breath towards the monster. Just a blink of an eye. The monster that had just left the cage was turned into a cloud of ashes. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 10 Warcraft Tauren, gaining 410 experience points. The Beast Control panel gives a kill prompt. Su Chen conveniently extracted the attributes again. No matter how small a mosquito is, it is still meat. Successful extraction. Gain 26 points of Constitution. For a 10th level Warcraft, it is not bad to be able to provide 26 points of Constitution. Is it instant kill? The staff looked at the ashes left by the Tauren, and the shock in their hearts gradually calmed down. As a staff member of the Beastmaster Union, he has seen a lot of geniuses. But only this one, the level of genius has broken through the sky. Otherwise, it wouldn't make him lose his composure. This is your 1-star Beastmaster badge, congratulations, you will be a 1-star Beastmaster from now on. The staff handed the badge to Su Chen, and added another sentence in a strange way, I am also in charge of the 2-star Beastmaster test. If you want to test at that time, just come here. Thank you. Su Chen took the badge and expressed his thanks. Turn around and leave. Haifeng was promoted to level 15, got a new D-level talent, and won a 1-star Beastmaster badge. Today is considered complete. The staff stared at Su Chen's departure and were stunned. Then he patted himself on the head again. With a wry smile. I'm really stunned. Even a Beastmaster with S-level talent can't become a 2-star Beastmaster so quickly. The higher the level of Beastmaster, the harder it is to upgrade. Even if it's level 15 now, it won't be level 20 so soon, right? What's more, there is a high probability that such a genius will be specially recruited by the 4 famous schools in a few days. At that time, the 2-star test must be conducted elsewhere. How could it be in Zhang Cheng's Beastmaster Guild? I don't know which lucky person can give this 2-star Beastmaster test. He watched Su Chen leave helplessly. Sigh slightly. For their low-level testers, it is the biggest surprise in their work to see 1 or 2 geniuses appear occasionally. Su Chen walked out of the Beastmaster Union and put his 1-star Beastmaster badge into his pocket. This kind of badge is a symbol of honor for the Beastmaster. Just like the previous foursome, hang the badge on the chest. But for Su Chen, he has always disliked high profile. So put it in your pocket and take it out when you need it. Taking out the phone and turning it on, Su Chen was about to call a car to go home. But when I opened it, I saw that I had more than a dozen unread messages. So much news. Su Chen was taken aback. Clicking on it, it turned out that it was all sent by Sha Lu. Sha Lu, are you that S rank? Sha Lu, really? I don't believe it. Lu Julian. Sha Lu, brother Chen, don't give up even if you awaken the F-level talent, buddy, the B-level talent still has a bit of face. This kid, Su Chen smiled, although he didn't awaken the F-level talent. But Sha Lu was very moved that he could say that. But later news. Gradually something went wrong. Sha Lu, brother Chen, I just went to school to check, why does this S-level talent Beastmaster have the same name as you? Sha Lu, wait, are you still in the same class? Sha Lu, is it really you? Sha Lu, brother Chen, is there a possibility that you actually awaken 2 C-level talents, because the upper and lower are combined to become an S? Sha Lu, how can you be so awesome? Sha Lu, I suddenly feel that the B-level talent is boring. Sha Lu, pretend with strangers, where is the fun of pretending in front of friends? First of all, this kid was full of unbelief. Behind is all kinds of dissatisfaction. Su Chen also laughed when he saw the news. He casually took a photo of the 1-star Beastmaster badge he had just obtained and sent it to him. Su Chen, I just left the secret realm and won the 1-star Beastmaster badge. Sha Lu returns in seconds. Ding ding, Sha Lu, I'm not dreaming, am I? Sha Lu, I just led the Imperial Beast out of the animal pen, and they didn't listen to me at all. Sha Lu, is the S-level talent so scary? Look at the message sent over. Su Chen thought for a while, but still didn't send He Feng's level information. He was afraid that at that time, Sha Lu would be blown away and lose all his confidence. Sha Lu, I heard that the admissions teachers from the 4 famous universities will come to Zhongcheng in a few days. You probably will be specially recruited. Which university are you planning to go to? Special recruits from the 4 famous schools. Su Chen frowned slightly. Of course he knew that prestigious schools recruited them specially. According to previous years, both awakened A-level talents and powerful B-level talents have the opportunity to be directly recruited. I am an S-level talent, so special recruits are a matter of course. However, he didn't pay much attention to the 4 famous schools. When I was in high school, I focused on cultural classes and physical training. In the past 2 days of awakening talent, he has been leveling crazily again. Su Chen, I haven't thought about it yet, let's talk about it when the time comes. After thinking for a moment, I sent a message. Then he put the phone away. The Warcraft who killed a day today is also exhausted now. Looking for a restaurant for dinner. Then go home and get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow, I can go back to the school to learn about the characteristics of each of the 4 famous schools. Su Chen pondered. Resources in universities have always been plentiful. Choosing a university that suits you, and cultivating Beastmasters is bound to be twice the result with half the effort. The moon and stars are rare. It is already late at night. Ding ding. Beside Su Chen's bed, the phone vibrated slightly and turned on. Madu University Admissions Office, Mr. Sun applied to add you as a friend. It's a pity that Su Chen had already fallen asleep exhausted and was not awakened by the news at all. Haifeng opened his eyes instantly, and looked at the phone suspiciously. Then I watched the phone vibrate continuously. Kyoto University Admissions Office, Mr. Wang applied to add you as a friend. Sanlei University Admissions Office, Mr. Lei applied to add you as a friend. Jiangnan University Admissions Office, Mr. Zhang applied to add you as a friend. Looking at the sleeping master. And this phone that keeps beeping. Black Wind is a little angry. At night, this black machine deliberately disturbed their sleep. Hateful. Haifeng slapped his phone and took a picture. Then stomped it flat. In an instant, the phone was silent. Seeing that his master was still sleeping peacefully, Haifeng bounced back to his little nest. To share the worries of the master, it is my duty to guard the beast. The next day, just as the sunlight entered the bedroom from the window, Su Chen opened his eyes. In the eyes, the spirit is radiant. Yesterday was obviously exhausting. But when he got up early this morning, he not only recovered all his energy, but also gave him the pleasure of completely controlling his body. It seems that after the mental power is improved, there are still many benefits. Su Chen raised his hands and shook them. This kind of pleasure of completely controlling the body is something I couldn't feel before. I heard that Beastmasters with a 6-star rating or above have a strong enough mental power to walk against objects, and their strength is not weaker than ordinary monsters. You still have to work harder. Su Chen suddenly remembered what he had read in the textbook before. The face is full of smiles. Becoming a 6-star Beastmaster is naturally a matter of course, but it is naturally the best if he can be promoted in the shortest possible time. He sat up and wanted to check the time, but touched the edge of the pillow. But it was empty. Su Chen froze for a moment. Where's my phone? He clearly remembered that he played it last night. At this time, Black Wind also woke up. He yelled twice, and then ran over with a face full of credit. He pointed triumphantly at the ground. It was an object that turned into a black cake. If not look closely, I really didn't recognize it. It turned out to be a mobile phone. Quote. Last night, what happened? The smile on Su Chen's face slowly disappeared. A strong enemy is coming. A thief broke into the house. Or something else. Su Chen really didn't understand why his phone became like this. Haifeng held his head high. Use your pause to tell him the whole story stroke by stroke. Then he looked like he was asking for credit. So, it's because the phone is too noisy. Su Chen was speechless. He didn't expect it either. For the first time, he released Haifeng out of the beast familiar space and slept in the room. That's how a mess came out. Haifeng also realized that he seemed to have done something wrong, and immediately lowered his head. Forget it, it's just a mobile phone. Su Chen touched Haifeng's little head, but he didn't blame it. The little black dragon was born until now. In fact, it was only 3 days. I haven't had much contact with human society, so it's normal if I don't understand it. However, if there is an opportunity in the future, it is still necessary to popularize some common sense of human society to Haifeng. After all, the imperial beast is not a strange beast, it is to come into contact with human beings. After washing up, Su Chen took out his mobile phone card from the black cake. I went downstairs to find a mobile phone store and bought a new mobile phone. Just log into QQ after booting. There was a ding-ding of news. All are friend requests. So it's the admissions office of the 4 famous schools. Su Chen suddenly understood. No wonder I still have to send a message so late. It is estimated that they did not know that they had awakened the S-level talent at that time, so they couldn't wait to send a message. After all, the gold content of an S-level talented Beastmaster. Even the 4 famous schools. You have to fight hard. Go to the school first and ask the principal about the situation of the 4 famous schools. Su Chen thought to himself. But just as he was about to put away his phone, another message rang. Principal. Student Su Chen, have you eaten yet? Principal. The teachers from the admissions offices of the 4 famous schools flew to Zhongcheng overnight last night, and they are waiting for you in the school now. Principal. Do you have any free time today? Principal. If there is no time and no rush, the teachers from the admissions office will stay in Zhongcheng for several days. Headmaster's tone. It's as humble as ever. Su Chen laughed. He replied, I'll be there later, then took a taxi and headed towards Zhongcheng No. 1 middle school. He happened to be going back to school today. I didn't expect the admissions offices of these 4 famous schools to come by such a coincidence. Come to Zhongcheng No. 1 middle school. Su Chen first went to the cafeteria to have breakfast. Although many people have heard that they have awakened an S-level talent, but not many people have seen what they look like. So it won't cause a sensation or something like that. After eating, Su Chen soon came to the principal's office. Don't wait for a knock. The door of the principal's office opened immediately. Student Su Chen, you're here. Come on in. The principal opened the door and quickly pulled Su Chen in. Su Chen was still a little puzzled. I haven't knocked on the door yet, how could the headmaster know that I'm here? But the headmaster wouldn't tell him. Ever since he got the news that Su Chen was going back to school, he had been listening to footsteps at the door. Open the door at the sound of footsteps. It can be regarded as waiting for the goal. This is student Su Chen, right? What a talent. A strong man in a suit said with a smile. Su Chen looked over. Although this strong man was wearing a suit, he couldn't hide the strong evil spirit on his body at all. With just one glance, one can feel that this big man was killed from the mountain of corpses and the sea of blood. And beside him, there were 3 other people sitting. 2 women and 1 man. These 4 people are all extraordinary temperament. Even though there was no Beastmaster badge on his chest, Su Chen could feel that these 4 were all high-star Beastmasters. These 4 are the admissions teachers of the 4 famous schools. The principal introduced with a smile, and winked at Su Chen. Student Su Chen, they are all here for you. Zhongcheng No. 1 middle school is the most powerful middle school in Zhongcheng. But Zhongcheng, after all, is just a small place. The last time I had this kind of treatment was 100 years ago, when the last S-level Beastmaster appeared. Of course, A-level Beastmasters can also accept special moves. But it will never happen. The admissions office of the 4 famous schools rushed here overnight. Student Su Chen, after I received the information that you had awakened your S-level talent last night, I found other things in the files of the Beastmasters Union. The strong man in the suit said suddenly. Su Chen looked at the strong man in the suit. Although he didn't have the Beastmaster badge on his chest, there was something else instead. St. Ray University Admissions Office, Lei Wangcheng. You awakened on May 3rd, but became a 1-star Beastmaster on May 4th. Lei Wangcheng said in an admiring tone. Such a terrifying upgrade speed, even for an S-level Beastmaster, is a bit unbelievable. To be honest, yesterday when he saw the news, jaws almost dropped. The 4 famous schools have their own admissions information network, and every Beastmaster who has awakened the talent of A-level and S-level Beastmasters will be followed by them. And in some big cities, there are awakened S-level Beastmasters. In one day, he couldn't even communicate skillfully with his Beastmaster. He is really unimaginable. How did this man raise the Beastmaster to level 10 or above, and pass the assessment of a 1-star Beastmaster? There is such a thing. A female teacher beside her exclaimed. She is Sun Lily from the admissions office of Shanghai Metropolitan University. Before coming here, she only knew that there was an S-level Beastmaster from Zhongcheng's side. Never imagined. This S-level Beastmaster can actually do this level. Could it be that there is a talent for providing experience in beast control? Shock flashed in the eyes of the teachers of the other 2 university admissions offices. Apparently, they hadn't looked into it before. It's just a fluke. Su Chen replied lightly, although I don't know much about the specific situation of the 4 famous schools. But the reaction of the 4. He sees it all. For the evaluation of these 4 prestigious schools. In Su Chen's heart, he also had some calculations. Broken. Single quote. As a veteran admissions teacher, Sun Lily immediately noticed a slight change in Su Chen's eyes. I secretly said something bad in my heart. My gaffe just now obviously left a bad impression in the heart of this S-rank Beastmaster. The admissions teachers of the other 2 also suddenly realized this. The 3 of them narrowed their eyes in unison. This Lei Wangcheng was definitely on purpose. Deliberately release the news to influence Su Chen's first impression of them. Everyone put out their own conditions to grab people. Are you actually playing tricks with us here? Ahem, don't look at me like that, you 3. Lei Wangcheng said with a righteous face. I just don't want to let the pearl get dusty. After all, classmate Su Chen is so good, you can't be despised because you don't pay attention to him. That's not our family's loss, but our Dragon Kingdom loss. Quote. This sentence made the three of them roll their eyes. This guy Lei Wangcheng just opened his mouth and came here, who looked at you just now. And this is an S-rank Beastmaster. Even if they don't know the news, they can't take it lightly. In 1 year of the Dragon Kingdom, there are only a dozen or so Beastmasters who have awakened S-level talents. A little more, just in his early 20s. Everyone doesn't have enough points, how can it be underestimated? Principal, can I trouble you to introduce the 4 famous schools? I don't know much about the 4 famous schools. Su Chen looked back at the principal and asked. Choosing a school is not choosing a teacher from the admissions office. Naturally, it is impossible for him to make a decision based on the first impression. And let the principal introduce it. It is also the same. No problem at all. The principal nodded, stood up and said, there are thousands of universities in Longguo, and the most powerful of them are the 4 famous universities, namely, Kyoto University, Modu University, Jiangnan University, and Shanghai University. Kyoto University is located in Kyoto. It is most famous for cultivating the skills of Beastmasters. There is a magic tower in the school. It is said that various abilities of Beastmasters can be exercised in it, and even the quality of Beastmasters can be slowly improved. Xiao Chu, the god of war in my Dragon Kingdom, he is from Kyoto University. The admissions teacher at Kyoto University is Wang Hu. Following the principal's introduction, Wang Hu also nodded slightly. Student Su Chen, I would also like to add that what President Zhang said is only part of it. In addition to cultivating the skills of royal beasts, our Kyoto University is also very good in combat skills, level improvement, etc. The reason why the training skills are the most famous is that in the entire Dragon Kingdom, only my Kyoto University has the most comprehensive training system. When he said this, Wang Hu also raised his chest. Obviously what was said was not false. Cultivate beast familiar skills. Su Chen was also thinking about it in his heart. The importance of Beastmaster skills is self-evident. However, after all, I was able to extract skills and use my talents to cultivate beasts, but it was inferior. Listen to the introduction. The priority of Kyoto University can only be ranked at the general level in his mind. The principal continued to introduce. Modu University is located in the coastal city of Modu. Because it is close to the sea, it is famous for its rich resources. It is known as the best salary and the best welfare among the 4 famous schools. There is a trial tower in Modu University. A total of 99 floors. It is said that there are various monster lords from all over the world collected, and every time you pass a floor, you can get a good reward. Tower of Trials. This actually made Su Chen a little interested. Student Su Chen, I also want to add something. Sun Lily smiled lightly. The treatment of our Shanghai University is not only the first, but also more than the sum of the other 3 universities. When saying this sentence, Su Chen could clearly feel that the faces of the other 3 admissions teachers changed slightly. Obviously, this advantage is placed among the 4 famous schools, which is a bit too superficial. In addition to the treatment, the monster lords in this trial tower, the monsters above the 50th floor, were captured by the Beastmasters of our Dragon Kingdom. The beasts above the 90th floor, it was even captured by Xiao Chuhei, the god of war of our Dragon Kingdom, the king-level Beastmaster. Sun Lily said in a slightly seductive tone. Although the challenge is very difficult, the rewards for clearing the level are even more attractive, so the Tower of Trials is also known as the Tower of Cultivating Talents, which is very suitable for Su Chen. But Su Chen was slightly silent. He doesn't care how he is treated. Even the worst remuneration among the 4 famous universities is much better than that of the first-class universities. What concerned him most was the Tower of Trials. Have to say, the Lord of Warcraft in it is very attractive to him. Do you want to continue the introduction? Seeing that Su Chen's expression seemed a little moved, the principal asked tentatively. Su Chen nodded. Of course. What attracted him to Modu University was the Tower of Trials, not the highest treatment that Mr. Sun said. Therefore, the priority of this university in his heart can only be regarded as excellent. Jiangnan University, located in Jiangnan City, is the #1 university in Shanghai Prefecture. The principal continued to introduce. Zhongcheng is also in the Shanghai Prefecture, but only in a corner. Jiangnan University is the university with the most comprehensive development among the 4 famous schools. Whether it is the cultivation of beasts, combat, skills, etc., although it is not the top among the 4 famous schools, it is also called excellent. There are still many Beastmasters who study and innovate in the school, digging new directions for the future of Beastmasters. Nearly half of the more than 1,000 Master Beastmasters in my Dragon Kingdom have come from Jiangnan University. The word omnipotent means without flaws. But from another perspective, it can also be said that all are shortcomings. Su Chen shook his head slightly in his heart. Jiangnan University sounds good. However, compared to Mordu University, which has the Tower of Trials, it is still far behind. It's not even comparable to Kyoto University, which has the characteristics of cultivating beast monitoring skills. As for the path of innovation, when he reached the peak of the Beastmaster, it would not be too late to study it. What Principal Zhang said was just about the development of beast control. Teacher Zhang Yuyu from Jiangnan University twitched her lips and said with a smile, "We have a lot of beautiful Beastmasters in Jiangnan University, and all of them are excellent. Boys who go to Jiangnan University will not worry about finding a partner. After all, we Beastmasters are not monsters who only know how to fight and kill, but we also want to talk about love. If student Su Chen comes to our Jiangnan University, the teacher will make the decision for you, and will definitely find you a beautiful and caring one." Teacher Zhang Yuyu has a soft and waxy Wunong accent, and her voice can make people feel bone-crushing. It can be seen that what she said was not a lie. Cough cough. The other 3 teachers suddenly coughed twice. "Mr. Zhang, you are recruiting students, be serious." Zhang Yuyu covered her mouth and said with a smile, "You are only allowed to supplement, and others are not allowed to supplement. This is also the advantage of our Jiangnan University. Besides, student Su has such a great talent, where to upgrade is not an upgrade." Su Chen silently raised the priority of Jiangnan University to a higher level in his heart. Teacher Zhang is indeed right. I have a dignified SS level talent, where can I go to upgrade instead of upgrade? Certainly, this is just a joke. He hasn't reached the point where his lower body can control his head. Su Chen set his sights on St. Ray University, which the principal hadn't introduced yet. Although Lei Wangcheng looked confident, but when the headmaster finished introducing the other 3 famous schools, he could still see a hint of guilt in his eyes. It seems that the conditions of St. Ray University are not very good. Su Chen thought to himself. St. Ray University is different from the other 3 universities. The principal said slowly. The other 3 universities are all inherited from before the All-People's Beast Monitoring era, and they have been formed in the old era. And this St. Ray University was founded 6,000 years ago after the All-People's Beast era began. It is the youngest of the 4 prestigious universities. The reason for its creation is that 6,000 years ago, a large number of secret realms of magical beasts suddenly appeared in the northwest. In order to suppress these secret realms of magical beasts, the Dragon Kingdom took elites from all over the country to the northwest. At the same time, in order to cultivate new forces, Saint Thunder, that's where the university comes in. Su Chen didn't take it seriously when he talked about the front. But wait to hear the reason why St. Ray University was built. Just now his eyes widened. A university established to suppress the secret realm of Warcraft. No wonder. Su Chen's eyes fell on Lei Wangcheng. No wonder this guy is full of evil spirits. Feelings are killed by killing monsters. Chapter 31. Does Su Chen need resources to cultivate beasts? Of course you need it. However, the resources he valued the most were not all kinds of materials, skill stones, etc. in the eyes of others. But Warcraft. My 2S level talents are both linked to Warcraft. The experience of upgrading is not mentioned for the time being. Various attribute points, skills, and even special spiritual skills that can be transformed into talents. They all came from Warcraft. Without Warcraft, Su Chen couldn't make use of his talent at all. So when Principal Zhang revealed the original intention of establishing St. Lei University, in his heart, the rating of St. Ray Academy instantly became the first priority. Mr. Lei, do you want to add something? After Principal Zhang finished speaking, he looked at Lei Wangcheng. Lei Wangcheng nodded and said seriously, Student Su Chen, if you just judge from the language, St. Lei University is indeed at a disadvantage compared to the other 3 schools. But for a Beastmaster, if he wants to truly reach the peak, actual combat must not be bypassed. Our St. Lei University has nothing else. There are the most secret realms and monsters. In the trials of fire and blood, it can help you tap your talent to the greatest extent and grow up the fastest. The reason why our St. Lei University has suddenly emerged is that it is because of this that it became one of the youngest 4 prestigious schools. I believe that student Su Chen can reach the level of a 1-star Beastmaster in less than 2 days, so you should agree with my words, right? Familiar wants to upgrade. It's not just a matter of just finding an expert to bring it up. Every battle needs to allocate experience according to the battle contribution. It's not that after killing, the experience is divided equally. So Su Chen was able to rise to level 10 or above in 2 days, which means that he must have gone through a lot of fighting. Lei Wangchang can be sure of this. Although Su Chen's body still has the childishness of a student, but a little evil spirit on his body cannot be faked. It started when he walked into the principal's office just now. There is a faint feeling of Lei Wang's achievement. This new S-rank Beastmaster. With him, with their students of St. Lei Academy, belong to the same category of people. Mr. Lei is indeed right. Su Chen nodded. His eyes swept over the 4 admissions teachers, and finally fell on Lei Wangchang. 4 teachers, I choose to join St. Lei University. He is not someone who likes to grind. Perhaps if up for grabs, I can get more benefits from this special move. But Su Chen doesn't care about that. Since the target is the sun, why bother about the fireflies in front of you? Very good. Lei Wangchang was overjoyed immediately. His face flushed red. Brother Su Chen's vision is safe. In the next Tianwangshan scuffle, my brother will definitely take you to kill. Excited, he didn't call his classmate teacher such a slightly elegant word. One bite at a time, brother and brother shouted. In fact, Lei Wang didn't have any hope in the beginning. In the special move against the S-level Beastmaster, St. Thunder Academy has always been at a disadvantage. That's why he thought about making a good impression on this guy from the very beginning. Did not expect. In the end, he actually made it. Great. Student Su Chen, do you want to think about it again? Sun Lily from Shanghai University couldn't help but speak. If you accept our special offer from Shanghai Metropolitan University, the admission reward will definitely make even high-level Beastmasters envious. Teachers from Kyoto University and Jiangnan University couldn't help dissuading them. Student Su Chen, the cultivation of Kyoto University has always been at the forefront of the Dragon Kingdom. Believe me, joining Kyoto University is your best choice. Jiangnan University has always paid attention to all aspects of training. Fighting and killing every day is meaningless. Only by laying a good foundation is the key to stepping into the peak Beastmaster. Besides, do you really want the beautiful Beastmaster from our university? Quote. All 3 are earnest. Especially Sun Lily. Seeing the emotion in Su Chen's eyes, she thought it would happen again this time. Did not expect. Su Chen actually chose St. Lei Academy in the end. In that broken place, apart from monsters, there are monsters, and it is extremely barren. Aren't you going there to seek guilt? She said she couldn't understand. Thanks to the love of the 3 teachers, but I have made up my mind. Su Chen clasped his fists. Quote. All right. Seeing this appearance, the 3 of them could only sigh. In fact, let alone a special move for S-level Beastmasters, even if it is a special move for A-level Beastmasters. St. Lei Academy also does not have the upper hand. Su Chen chose the worst condition, St. Lei Academy. For the 3 of them, they could only use the excuse of S-level Beastmasters have their own ideas to prevaricate. After the 3 admissions teachers left, Su Chen looked at Lei Wangchang. Mr. Lei, when can I report to St. Lei University? Anytime. Lei Wangchang replied straight away, flipped his hands over, and took out an admission notice. Then they wrote Su Chen's name in a rush. But if you're not in a hurry, you can wait for 3 days. I will stay in Zhongcheng for another 3 days, and then we can go back to St. Lei University together. Also, just call me brother. I'm only a junior this year, and I'm only earning a few credits for special recruitment. The smile on Lei Wangchang's face was particularly ferocious. But it can be seen that he is really happy. Su Chen took the admission notice and nodded, okay. He is still very interested in the secret realms of Warcraft in St. Ray University. But it doesn't matter if it's 3 days early or 3 days late. When the time comes to follow Lei Wangcheng to St. Lei University, it can be regarded as letting the senior lead the way. Just when Su Chen was about to leave, Lei Wangcheng slapped his forehead, and suddenly said, I was so happy just now that I almost forgot. Brother Su Chen, our school has rewards for S-level special enrollment. Su Chen paused. Reward. An extremely tyrannical evil spirit swept across the entire principal's office in an instant. Then Su Chen saw it. A claw as big as half the headmaster's office protruded from the void. This is. Su Chen's eyes widened, not waiting for him to see the appearance of the claws clearly. The 2 crystals slipped from the claws, suspended in midair. It's my royal beast. Lei Wangcheng took down the crystal, and said with a chuckle, the technique of letting the body of the Beastmaster manifest is something I learned during the battle. It is a kind of spiritual skill, which ordinary Beastmasters don't know. That's easy to say. However, Su Chen could still vaguely feel the meaning of iron and blood from the words. If you want to comprehend spiritual skills in battle, you have to live and die. These are 2 beast crystals of the Flame Tiger King, and they are also the special rewards our school prepared this time. Lei Wangcheng handed the 2 crystals to Su Chen. He was a little embarrassed and said, well, Brother Su Chen, as you know, there really isn't much good stuff in our school other than those secret realms of monsters. But Su Chen looked at the crystal in front of him, and didn't feel shabby at all. On the crystal, there are also panel prompts given by your own talents. Special item. Tianyan Tiger King Beast Crystal. Enchantment success rate, 89%. This is a special item. Su Chen's breathing accelerated. He can extract special items by himself. But this was the first time he saw it. A truly special item other than the orb of light you extract yourself. Nice one. The word burst into Su Chen's mind instantly. Although he didn't even know what level of monster the Tianyan Tiger King was, but as a Beastmaster, he could feel that what was in front of him would be of great benefit to Haifeng. Why don't you have any hope for the special move S level? St. Lei University can take out the beast crystal of the Tianyan Tiger King as a special move reward, so they must have done their homework. Single quote. My talent is kept secret, but Blackwind is not. Single quote. Is it a specially selected reward based on Haifeng's fire attribute? Single quote. In an instant, countless thoughts flashed through Su Chen's mind. But soon, all the thoughts dissipated again. Thank you, bro. Su Chen took the 2 beast crystals and thanked them. Lei Wangcheng also smiled when he saw that he, the future S-rank Beastmaster apprentice, did not dislike him. Favorability has increased a lot again. Su Chen asked, by the way, brother, you seem to have mentioned the melee in Tianwang Mountain. What is that? That's a long story. Lei Wangcheng scratched his head, thought for a moment and said, I can only tell you that this is a large-scale hunting activity in our school. The specific details will not be known until you go to school. After all, the formation of Tianwang Mountain, the mountain range, has to be traced back to before the establishment of the academy. There are too many things to describe in detail. Oh, Su Chen was also a little surprised. He didn't expect that he would be able to reveal secrets just by asking casually. But this secret seems a bit big. I won't be able to finish talking for a while. The next Tianwangshan Melee will be held in a year, and the standard for participating is to become a 4-star Beastmaster. Although you became a 1-star Beastmaster in less than 2 days, you also know that it is a transformation from 3-star to 4-star. So, we have to work harder. Lei Wangcheng reminded. Thank you, brother, for reminding me. Su Chen nodded. It takes 1 year to become a 4-star Beastmaster. He is still very confident. Farewell to Lei Wangcheng. Su Chen found an open space in the grove of Zhongcheng No. 1 Middle School. Try the effect of the Flame Tiger King Beast Crystal today. He took out the 2 beast crystals he had just obtained. With a thought, Haifeng was summoned from the beast fencing space again. Haifeng, let me show you a big baby. Su Chen put the beast crystal in front of Haifeng. Haifeng, who was a little excited at first, suddenly felt like a bucket of cold water was poured on him. Quickly flew back a few meters. Seeing the beast crystal in Su Chen's hand, he seemed quite terrified. Are you so afraid? Su Chen was taken aback. It seems that the aura above is still too terrifying, so that Haifeng has no intention of resisting. I forgot to ask what level of monster the Yanhu King is today. It turns out that just a beast crystal is enough to make Haifeng fearful. Today Yanhu King must be extraordinary. Su Chen faced the black wind and raised the beast crystal in his hand. This made the black wind in panic. Calm down slowly. But when approaching, he was still cautious, with a cautious look on his face. Anyway, it's a king-level royal beast, so there's no need to be afraid of it, right? Seeing Xiao Haifeng's appearance, Su Chen was also a little speechless. But if the principal is here, I'm afraid it's necessary to popularize the knowledge of, the character of the Beastmaster will become more and more like a Beastmaster. This kind of cautious and risk-free character can only be said to be passed down in one line. Wait until little Haifeng is within reach of his arms. Su Chen pulled it over. Then placed the beast crystal in front of it. But looking at the success rate indicated on the beast crystal, he still hesitated. The success rate is only 89%. Too low. Enchanting black wind with the attributes he extracted, the success rate has always been 100%. Now seeing an 89% success rate, all of a sudden, it gave Su Chen a very adventurous sense of sight. It doesn't matter, there is no other way to provide a success rate now. Su Chen finally made up his mind. After a burst of white light flashed, the two beast crystals in his hand disappeared instantly and merged into Haifeng's body. Enchanting success. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon plus 2000 points of physique, plus 2000 points of strength, plus 2000 points of agility, plus 2000 points of magic power. The power of Dragon's Breath has increased. The skill, Fire Poison Dragon's Breath, is advanced to the skill, Poison Red Flame Dragon's Breath. After enchanting, only 4 prompts popped up. However, the content displayed on this prompt is enough to make Su Chen's eyes widen. This terrifying increase, fear, he couldn't find a suitable adjective in his mind for a while. Rumbling, an inexplicable aura swept out from Haifeng's body. The 4-dimensional attributes all increased by 2000 points. For Haifeng, this is almost equivalent to doubling his strength. The originally petite figure actually swelled up visibly with the naked eye. The expansion time is only a moment, but it also directly grew to the size of an adult. Suddenly, Haifeng opened his dragon eyes, roaring up to the sky. Roar, mixed with a little Longway's roar, it swept across the entire grove in an instant. Surprised Su Chen, these 2 beast crystals of the Tianyan Tiger King actually made Haifeng grow so much. And this roar, it's broken, it's not too far from the 3rd sequence of animal pens. Su Chen quickly brought Haifeng into the beast familiar space. If the black wind accidentally disturbed the Beastmasters in the 3rd tier of beast pens, those novice Beastmasters would fail to subdue the beasts. Then he would be guilty. After putting away the black wind, Su Chen immediately left the campus. Black wind's strength has just skyrocketed. He is eager to experiment now, the result of fusing 2 Skyfire Tiger King beast crystals. Beastmasters Guild. After Su Chen left school, he came here at an extremely fast speed. Then he stood in front of the 5 entrances to the secret realm. This time, which secret realm to choose? Looking at the 5 entrances to the secret realm in front of him, a trace of hesitation flashed in Su Chen's eyes. Although it is to test Haifeng's current strength, it is urgent to upgrade in the secret realm. The first secret place, Misty Forest. Of course I can't go. Most of the monsters in that secret realm are only at level 13 or 4, and they are no longer suitable for Haifeng's current upgrade. And in the next 4 secret realms, Su Chen glanced over the information in the secret realm, and finally landed on the entrance to the secret realm in the middle. Secret realm. Ruins of the undead. Distribution of warcraft. Skeletons, liches, necromancers, bone dragons, etc. Distribution of alien beasts. Stone monsters. Battle power. 1 star to 3 star. The requirements for the other 3 secret realms are either too low or too high. And this secret realm of undead ruins. At this moment, it is undoubtedly the most suitable for Haifeng. And this secret realm seems to be the only one besides the foggy forest that has strange beasts. Su Chen's eyes fell on the line where the beasts were distributed. It has to be said that Zhongcheng's variety of exotic animals is still quite poor. In addition to the poisonous fire snake, there is only one stone monster. These two kinds of beasts. As soon as the name is heard, it is not a powerful character. Now that a decision has been made, he no longer hesitated, and stepped into the entrance of the secret realm. There was still white light flashing in front of my eyes, and when I could see clearly again, I had already arrived in the ruins of the undead. This secret place seems a bit desolate. The entrance to the secret realm is in a boulder pile. Su Chen glanced over. What can be seen are only sporadic boulders, a large number of broken stones, and bone frames that can be seen everywhere. But these skeletons are lying scattered. Obviously it was left by the dead skeleton monster. Black Wind. With a thought in his mind, Su Chen called out Haifeng from the beast familiar space. Roar. As soon as Haifeng appeared, he roared excitedly to the sky. Today it has changed a lot. A dragon body comparable to the size of an adult. After the wingspan, it has a width of 3 to 4 meters. Ferocious head, slender and thick neck. There are also dragon claws that look daunting. This is the real black dragon. Su Chen laughed, feeling happy in his heart. With a thought, he opened Haifeng's panel again. Beast Royal, Black Wind. Quality, King level. Level 15, 2.35%. Physique, 5102. Power, 5012. Agility, 4941. Mana, 6620. Skills, Poison Red Flame Dragon's Breath, Fearless Charge, Claw Stab. Combat Power, Samsung. Comment. The little black dragon that is growing rapidly, now has a certain combat power, which is enough to fly a novice Beastmaster. If it can continue to be cultivated well, then its future achievements will be limitless. The combat power has grown from 2 stars to 3 stars. Su Chen was pleasantly surprised. Perhaps Haifeng's 3-star combat power at this time is only the lowest among the 3-star combat power. But that's enough. The starting point of 3-star combat power is an ordinary monster of level 30. There is a clerical error in the previous setting, and the conversion of combat power is corresponding to the normal level beasts and monsters, not elite level ones. Elite level represents the elite, which is generally the quality level only for the chiefs and priests of the small Warcraft tribe. And with this advanced red flame dragon breath, even ordinary monsters above level 30 can try to fight against them, right? But it can't be counted like that. After the 30th level, no matter whether it is a monster or a beast, it will usher in its own transformation. From level 30 to level 40, no matter when the transformation is completed, it will instantly grow from 3-star combat power to 4-star combat power, and a qualitative change will occur. A trace of caution flashed in Su Chen's eyes. In case a lucky 30th level monster appears, it has already undergone a metamorphosis just after reaching 30th level. That can definitely lift Haifeng up and fight. Certainly. The probability of this is pitifully small. Whether it is a royal beast or a magical beast, the transformation is a qualitative change caused by a quantitative change, and it is unlikely that a lucky person will suddenly transform and explode. According to Haifeng's growth rate, there may be a chance to transform at level 30. A thought flashed in Su Chen's mind. My ability is a snowballing ability, and only when Haifeng's level rises can I display its true power. But after all, it is a double S rank. Unlimited extraction and infinite enchantment have been shown to be extraordinary now. Judging from the fact that Haifeng now has 3 stars at level 15. At level 30, the probability of direct transformation is quite high. Su Chen is going to find a few monsters to test the water first. But he just walked out of a boulder and was close to these bone frames. Indistinctly, there was a hoarse roar. He was slightly puzzled. Looked down. I saw that the skeleton began to tremble unexpectedly, and then quickly gathered together. Kacha, with the combination of bones. A skeleton monster about 3 or 4 meters high appeared out of thin air. Warcraft. Skeleton monster. Quality, poor. Level 18. Strength, 1801. Agility, 1602. Magic, 4102. Skill, Undead /. Evaluation. The most common skeleton monster in the ruins of the undead, its weak body almost makes people not interested in fighting. Of course, for novices, its strength seems to be a bit beyond the standard. The skeleton monster was obviously dead just now, but can it be resurrected? Is it because of the effect of the secret realm of the ruins of the undead? Su Chen suddenly became interested. And after glancing at the panel of the skeleton monster, he discovered it belatedly. This skeleton monster have no physique. Wait, without the support of physique, how can it have the data of strength and agility? Su Chen was a little stunned. It stands to reason that physical fitness is the most important thing. Zero physique Warcraft. It should be dead right away. Think back to the sudden resurrection of the skeleton just now. Su Chen also had a vague guess in his heart. Perhaps it is supported by magic power, combined with the secret effect of the undead ruins. As a level 18 monster, the strength and agility of the skeleton monster is surprisingly weak. But magic value. But it's extraordinarily high. Hushasha. There was a strange roar from the skeleton monster's throat, like the movement of the wind rushing through the rough sand and stone. Black flames instantly attached to the bone knife in his hand. He slashed fiercely towards Su Chen. This should be the undead slashing skill. Compared to ordinary slashing skills, it just has more bone fire attached to slashing. Seeing the bone knife hacked by the skeleton monster, Su Chen's face did not show any fluctuation. Not waiting for the bone knife to strike near, Haifeng slapped it with one paw, and directly slapped the skeleton monster back into a bone frame. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 18 Warcraft skeleton monster, gaining 10-20 experience points. Look at the prompt on the beast control panel. Su Chen frowned. This experience seems a little. Generally, a low-level Warcraft at level 14 has already broken through 1,000 experience points. But this skeleton monster has a full 18th level. The experience is only about the same as that of a 14th level monster. Is it because of the characteristics of the resurrection just now, that the experience of this skeleton monster has been reduced? He quickly grasped the point. But this skeleton seems to have no plans to be resurrected again. It seems that if you want to be resurrected, there is also a time limit. Successful extraction, gain 41 points of magic power. Su Chen used infinite draw. Magic attribute points are not bad. Glancing at the light ball in his hand, he casually enchanted Haifeng. Move on. This undead ruin is also worthy of the name of the ruins. There is almost nothing alive, only stones, yellow sand, and skeletons. A gust of wind blows, setting off yellow sand. Su Chen tightened his collar so as not to be blown into his neck by the yellow sand. Before entering the secret realm next time, I still need to do a strategy first. You should bring some windproof clothes. When entering the foggy forest before, he also made some preparations. Windbreakers, tactical boots, dry food, stuff like that. But today, it may be because of the soaring strength of Haifeng who is too excited. So forget it for a while. Cluck cluck. In the wind and sand, the sound of joints twisting came from far to near. Su Chen looked in the direction of the sound, and saw 3 skeleton monsters walking towards him. After discovering him in black wind, the 3 skeleton monsters became excited in an instant, and ran up and down. But just running for an instant. It was to see a crimson flame rushing towards them. The 3 skeleton monsters didn't even have a chance to turn into skeletons, and were directly burned to ashes. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 18 Warcraft skeleton monster and gains 1632 experience points. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 20 Warcraft skeleton monster, gaining 1920 experience points. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 16 Warcraft skeleton monster and gains 1452 experience points. 3 kill prompts appear. However, the kill this time requires significantly more experience than the previous one. According to the calculation of the 18th level skeleton monster, the experience value has increased by more than 60%. Su Chen suddenly recovered. The last level 18 skeleton monster he killed had only a little over 1,000 experience. But this one is a total of 1,016. Is it because of the broken bones? He instantly noticed the difference between the 2 kills. The last time it was killed, it was just a shot of the skeleton into a scattered bone frame. But this time it was a kill. But it directly burned the 3 skeletons to ashes. The possibility of resurrection is completely eliminated. So the 60% extra experience is provided by the bones of this skeleton. Su Chen had some vague speculations. Then he ordered, Haifeng, when you encounter skeleton monsters in the future, use the red flame dragon's breath directly. Perhaps when the skeleton is resurrected for the second time, it can still provide more than 1,000 experience points, and the combined experience is more than 1,600. But he didn't know how long it would take to resurrect. So it's better to cut off the leaks directly. Ah! Black Wind nodded repeatedly. Now its size has grown to the appearance of a growing black dragon. Only when it is howling, can it be heard that it is just a little dragon that was only 3 days old. Su Chen grabbed the place where the 3 skeletons died, and the 3 balls of light were grabbed out. Successful extraction, gain 52 points of magic power. Successful extraction, gain 39 points of magic power. Successful extraction, gain 43 points of magic power. All 3 are magic attribute points. If you add the first skeleton monster, it means that 4 consecutive skeleton monsters have exploded with magic power points. It seems that this undead creature is quite inclined to the magical attribute. Su Chen shot the ball of light into Haifeng's body and continued on the road. The importance of magic attributes is self-evident. The power of the red flame dragon's breath is not only linked to the level, but also linked to the upper limit of the magic power. Back then in the novice secret realm, the goblin priest that Su Chen met. The reason why the blazing fireball forced Haifeng into danger. It is because the goblin priest has a full 3,000 point magic power limit. Beast familiar skills have never been a fixed damage, but can be controlled by adjusting the magic power transmission. If there is no magic cap, so how do you call enough mana delivery to enhance the damage of the skill? But, just when Su Chen was thinking about killing and helping Haifeng increase the upper limit of magic power, the monsters in the ruins of the undead seemed to have disappeared. It took a full hour to walk. Except for a few skeleton monsters who came to sneak attack, I have hardly encountered any other monsters. Didn't it mean that the number of monsters in each secret realm has started to surge? Why are there so few monsters in this secret realm of the undead? Su Chen was a little puzzled. It was impossible for the 4 city guards to lie to themselves. Moreover, he also saw the surge in the number of monsters in the foggy forest. Could it be the monster in the secret realm of the undead ruins? Was it cleared by Zhang Cheng's city guards yesterday? Impossible. If Zhang Cheng's city guards can do this, they won't have to send 4 one-star Beastmasters to perform such dangerous tasks in the misty forest. Su Chen thought with a frown. The current city guard must be short of manpower. How could it be possible to clear the secret realm of the undead ruins? Suddenly, his steps stopped. Su Chen suddenly raised his head and looked to the west, his eyes widened. This mental wave, it's Warcraft. It's a lot of Warcraft. Now that his spiritual power has been raised to level 15, he can vaguely sense the monsters within a kilometer or 2 around him. But in the last second, he obviously didn't feel anything. Now, he suddenly felt that a large number of monsters appeared less than 500 meters to the west of him. There are many, almost comparable to the 2 Warcraft tribes in the foggy forest. What happened? Su Chen's face became serious. The analysis quickly began in the mind. The position of 500 meters is almost the same as being close at hand for a Beastmaster like him. So many monsters. It suddenly appeared under my nose. In the end, it was his mental strength that had a problem. Or do these monsters have the means to shield their own spiritual power? It seems that the secret realm of the undead ruins is really different from the foggy forest. Su Chen narrowed his eyes slightly. But whatever the difference, for me now, the monsters in the ruins of the undead still pose no threat to him. He patted Haifeng on the head. As soon as he turned over, he jumped onto Haifeng's back. Haifeng, take me to the sky to see. Facing a large number of monsters that suddenly appeared. Although Su Chen is not afraid, but of course he needs to be careful. Today's Haifeng is about the size of an adult. Maybe it's not possible to let him stand on his back and fly in the sky, but it's not a big problem to ride. Ah! Haifeng howled twice, and then began to flap his wings. It was a bit wobbly at first. Not very comfortable with having someone on your back. But after just a moment of adaptation time, it took off directly. The black wind is very fast. Su Chen only felt that the soles of his feet were empty. Looking down, the ground was rapidly moving away from him. A strong sense of centrifugal force rushed over. Even with Haifeng sitting under his buttocks, he still felt like he was floating in the air. I didn't expect to fly like this. A trace of excitement flashed in Su Chen's heart. As a human being without wings, no one does not like to fly. However, although he had an airplane in his previous life, he could only fly while sitting in the cabin. How can it be like this? Hoo-hoo. The black wind flew higher. The howling wind rang in Su Chen's ears, like thunder. Amidst the sound of the wind, a few grains of yellow sand would fly out from time to time. Quickly hit Su Chen in the face. It's a dull pain. Haifeng, can you disperse the surrounding wind and sand? Su Chen asked. Friction in the sky is very small. The sand brought up by the wind will turn into powerful bullets in an instant. Can't be careless. Ah. Black Wind nodded. With a light flap of the wings, the wind form turned into something like a wind ring. Hold Su Chen on his back. Whether it is the wind outside or the yellow sand, they are all blocked by this wind ring. There is such a trick. Su Chen's eyes lit up. This is not a skill, but a skill of flying. It's really ingenious. He became playful for a while. Riding Haifeng in various rolls and jumps at high altitudes, rapid dives, rapid pull-ups, mid-air breaks, etc. The euphemistic name is flight training. Wait until the game is almost done. He finally remembered the business. It's time to find the group of monsters that suddenly appeared. Su Chen whispered, Haifeng, fly higher and go west. This monster in the undead secret realm. Like skeletons, liches, etc. Just listening to the name, he is the kind of guy who can never fly. The only one that has the potential to fly. That is the Bone Dragon. But the Bone Dragon is considered to be the kind of boss-level existence in the ruins of the undead, and the number is rare, so it is not to be feared. Black Wind is very fast. One man and one dragon soon came to the top of the monster group. Su Chen looked down. Roughly, only a group of monsters like ants can be seen. But these ants are all white. This group of monsters, at least there are more than 2,000. A trace of caution flashed in Su Chen's eyes. Although most of them are just skeleton monsters, the level is only 18 or 9. But being able to control so many skeletons, the leader must not be easy. Not to mention, these skeleton monsters appeared extremely strange, not like the Warcraft tribe in the foggy forest. Haifeng, use Dragon's Breath. Su Chen ordered decisively. He wanted to force out the leader behind the group of skeleton monsters first. Roar! Haifeng roared, and the breath of the red flame dragon gushed out from his mouth instantly. Swept towards the skeleton monster below. Countless skeleton monsters only felt the blazing flames falling from the sky, and then they were instantly reduced to ashes. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 19 Warcraft skeleton monster, gaining 1792 experience points. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills the 20th level Warcraft Skeleton General, gaining 2102 experience points. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 23 Warcraft Lich and gains 2521 experience points. Opening square bracket closing square bracket. Under the terrifying dragon's breath, these miscellaneous soldiers had no room to resist at all. And except for the skeleton monster. There are also prompts for killing skeleton generals, liches, etc. However, due to the small number of these, Su Chen did not recognize them from a group of skeleton monsters before. If it wasn't for the kill prompt, he thought there were only skeleton monsters down here. Now that Haifeng's strength has reached 3 stars, these magical beasts are really not enough to fit between the teeth. Looking at the fallen skeletons like mowing grass, Su Chen also smiled. He can command Black Wind to fight wonderfully. But if you can mow the grass, why bother to pursue the excitement of fighting? Su Chen clasped 5 fingers together. A large number of light balls flew to his hand. Successful extraction, gain 34 points of magic power. Successful extraction, gain 35 points of magic power. Successful extraction, gain 45 points of magic power. The extracted attribute points were exactly as he expected. Almost all magic, but occasionally there are other differences. Successful extraction, get the skill, Underworld. You have drawn out your skills. Or something to do with fire. Su Chen was overjoyed immediately. The chances of skills being able to burst out are very low. Before, I took the Black Wind to the Novice Secret Realm and the Foggy Forest, and slaughtered at least tens of thousands of monsters. But the skills that burst out, there are only a few of them. Unexpectedly, the unparalleled mowing of this group of skeletons has just begun, and skills have exploded. Good luck today, he whistles. Shoot the ball of light from the skill, Devil Fire, into Hei Feng's body. The prompt also popped up. Successful enchantment, your beast familiar Black Dragon has acquired the skill, Underworld. The skill Netherfire is swallowed by the skill Poison Red Flame Dragon Breath, and the power of the Dragon Breath is increased by 1%. So overbearing. Seeing the newly enchanted skills being directly swallowed, Su Chen was a little surprised. But I have no regrets. Being able to help the Red Flame Dragon's breath increase its power is also considered to contribute the value of this skill. Haifeng's slaughter became more and more smooth. In just a few minutes, there were more than 2,000 skeleton monsters. That is, most of them have been slaughtered. But I don't know why. These skeleton monsters have no fear at all like other monsters. Even if his own attack can't hit Haifeng at all. But it is also constantly trying to attack. Why are these skeleton monsters weird? Su Chen was also a little puzzled when he saw how unusual these guys were. Or undead creatures without emotions. At this time, suddenly, the sound of a lone flute resounded between heaven and earth. Woo woo woo. The sound of the flute was full of dead silence, which made Su Chen frown. He looked in the direction of the sound of the flute. I saw a giant skeleton more than 10 meters high, dressed in a black robe, with dark green flames burning in its eye sockets, watching them silently. He holds a huge staff in one hand and a narrow bone flute in the other. The sound came from the bone flute. This is... Su Chen's eyes widened, even without looking at this guy's panel. But a vocabulary, it had popped out of his head. Necromancer, comma. Su Chen remembered that he saw the word necromancer in the introduction information of Undead Secret Realm. And this goes all the way. I'm afraid there is only this guy in front of him who can bear the title of necromancer, right? ... Warcraft. Necromancer. Quality. Elite. Level 23. Constitution. 2810. Strength. 2621. Agility. 3201. Mana. 5042. Skills. Summon Undead. Skeleton Amplification. Introduction. The evil mage with the breath of endless death is the public enemy of all living things. The only thing that can be brought about by the necromancer is death and unknown. If you see it, you must try your best to kill it, otherwise, you absolutely don't want to facing the revenge of a necromancer. 23 elite level, more than 5,000 magic power, and 2 skills. Look at the necromancer's panel. A look of surprise flashed in Su Chen's eyes. He now finally understands why these skeletons suddenly appeared. The feelings are all directly summoned by this necromancer. More than 2,000 skeleton monsters were directly summoned, including skeleton generals, liches and other undead. Even if this guy is placed in the elite class of Warcraft, he is still top-notch, right? He still remembered that he had suddenly felt the appearance of these skeleton monsters before. That is, these guys are just the summons of the necromancer in one go. If it is called several times, wouldn't that be able to summon a large army directly? The sound of the bone flute continued. The skeletons, who were still numb to attack, suddenly started roaring in unison. The green flames in the eye sockets suddenly exploded. Subsequently, Chi-Chi gathered strength and threw the bone knife towards Haifeng viciously. The bone knife splits the air. In the blink of an eye, he came to Haifeng. However, Haifeng is not a vegetarian, so it is impossible to be frightened by this kind of attack. Roar! Haifeng let out a low growl, and spewed out a mouthful of red flame dragon's breath. Countless bone knives were instantly reduced to ashes. The red flame dragon's breath swept down, and the massacre started again. Various kill prompts burst out. However, this is enough to make countless Beastmasters greedy, but Su Chen directly ignored it. His attention was still on the necromancer at this time. I'm not in a hurry to attack this guy. A thought flashed through Su Chen's mind. There are indeed many skeletons summoned by the necromancer, but they are just some miscellaneous soldiers. Just some experience. Even, he wanted as many skeletons as possible. What kind of spawn point is Warcraft tribe? Necromancers are the real mob spot. Thinking of this, he looked at the necromancer's eyes a little hotter. What Su Chen needs most is Warcraft. If the necromancer can summon infinitely, then he doesn't mind sparing this guy's life temporarily. Wait until the value of the necromancer is drained, and then kill. As for, is the move risky? In the previous kill reminder, even a level 23 Lich was killed by Haifeng in one move. A level 23 necromancer. No matter how much magic power there is, it can't make any waves. Ho ho ho. Seeing that his attack didn't work, the necromancer was also a little angry. The staff in his hand slammed hard. A large magic circle appeared beside the necromancer. Then one by one skeleton monsters also walked out of the magic circle. But that's not all. After the skeleton monster, several giant bone dragons appeared. Every bone dragon, no wingspan, has a length of hundreds of meters. In front of them, Haifeng could almost be regarded as a small shrimp. Just now I was talking about the bone dragon, I didn't expect it to come out so soon. Su Chen immediately checked the panels of these bone dragons. Warcraft. Bone dragon. Quality. Normal. Grade. 23. Physique. 3451. Strength. 3510. Agility. 3304. Mana. 3210. Skills. Underworld Fire, Roar, Impact. Evaluation. One of the most representative undead creatures among the undead creatures. As huge bone dragons, they have even stronger physiques than before. Necromancer's favorite work. Warcraft. Bone dragon. Quality. Normal. Grade. 23. Physique. 3451. Strength. 3410. Agility. 3304. Mana. 3210. Skills. Underworld Fire, Roar, Impact. Evaluation. One of the most representative undead creatures among the undead creatures. As huge bone dragons, they have even stronger physiques than before. Necromancer's favorite work. The levels of these bone dragons are all level 23. And in terms of 4 dimensions, it is more powerful than ordinary monsters. After these bone dragons appeared, a large number of skeleton warriors rushed to the back of the bone dragon. Then it was lifted into the air by the bone dragon. The skeletons, who could only wield bone knives on the ground, instantly possessed the ability to fight in the air. I didn't expect this necromancer to have such a move. See this strange combination. Su Chen was immediately happy. These low-level skeleton monsters actually ride bone dragons for air combat. Isn't this a mess? The biggest thing about the undead army is the terrifying number. And no matter how big these bone dragons are, how many skeleton monsters can they carry? On the contrary, these bone dragons will be restricted from attacking because of the skeleton monsters on their backs, which will lower their own combat effectiveness. Black Wind, melt them. Su Chen ordered directly. Haifeng was also unambiguous, and immediately shifted the target of attack. The red flame dragon's breath fell on the first bone dragon that took off. Boom! A group of skeletons on the bone dragon's back were instantly reduced to ashes. And the bone dragon was also directly injured, and fell towards the ground staggeringly. Too bad it never got a chance to land. The second method, the red flame dragon's breath, melts this bone dragon directly. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 23 Warcraft bone dragon and gains 3010 experience points. Kill notification sent. Su Chen nodded slightly. There are quite a lot of experience points, but it's a pity that the bone dragon is a little less. Plus the extinct one. Now the number of bone dragons coming out of the necromancer's magic circle is only 6. 3 light groups flew out from the place where the bone dragon died. Successful extraction. Gain 22 points of constitution. Successful extraction. Gain 62 points of magic power. Successful extraction. Gain 61 points of magic power. Although no skills were extracted, Su Chen didn't care. What he is most concerned about now is the necromancer. He snapped his fingers. Black Wind continued to kill. Soon, the originally summoned skeleton monsters have already been killed. And later summoned from the magic circle. It is basically calling a batch to kill a batch. Skeleton monster, skeleton general, lich, bone dragon. Under Su Chen's order, Haifeng never refuses anyone who comes. There was finally an upgraded white light flashing on his body. The experience bar is full. Your Beastmaster Haifeng has been upgraded to level 16. It's really hard to upgrade. Su Chen complained slightly. After killing so many monsters of more than 20 levels, it is only one level up. It's outrageous. Under this killing, the necromancer finally panicked. Where did this black dragon come from? In front of this guy. His own summons have almost no resistance, dying and turning to ashes. And when he stood in front of him, the last lich also died. It finally lowered its head in despair. The huge body of more than 10 meters trembled slightly. It's over. The green flames in the eye sockets became extremely dim, obviously admitting defeat. However, this action lasted for a while. The ferocious black dragon's attack never came down. The blazing temperature did not burn its gorgeous mage robe. The necromancer looked up suspiciously. I saw that the black dragon was looking at him eagerly. The humans riding on its back were full of hatred for iron. Can it work? If it doesn't work, I'll replace it. Ah no, it's a necromancer. Necromancer. It feels insulted. The necromancer is angry. It has never been so angry since its birth. These two non-undead creatures finished killing its summons, and then leaned forward in such an insulting manner. It is simply putting its dignity that belongs to the necromancer on the ground and stepping on it. Boom! The necromancer picked up his staff again, and slammed it fiercely at the ground. It must make these two arrogant creatures pay. Rumble. A larger magic circle appeared at the bottom of its feet. And the soul fire in the necromancer's eyes is also fading at an extremely fast speed. This is the method of summoning that it burned its own soul directly, just to vent this bad breath. Su Chen also saw this scene in his eyes. When the necromancer summoned him for the last time, not only did the fire of his soul gradually dissipate, but even his skeleton body, which was more than 10 meters away, kept shaking. Obviously in great pain. This is what a necromancer should look like. Su Chen couldn't help but praise. When the magic circle under the feet is stable, the necromancer is about to die. At the same time, a giant bone dragon with a size of hundreds of meters slowly appeared from the magic circle. Roar! The bone dragon raised its head to the sky and howled. The sound wave swept around like a substance. Warcraft. Bone dragon. Quality. Elite. Level 26. Constitution. 4320. Strength. 4301. Agility. 4350. Magic. 4012. Skills. Bone Spur, Roar of the Dragon, Underworld Fire. Evaluation. The most common undead creature in the upper abyss, but it is also a perfect hunter. It is called a meat shield level undead species that surpasses the limit of the race. It was summoned by the necromancer at a huge cost, and the purpose is only in order to get revenge on two arrogant non-undead creatures. A level 26 elite monster, not bad. Seeing the information panel of the bone dragon, Su Chen's eyes just brightened. He originally thought that the last big move of the necromancer was just to summon more skeleton monsters. Unexpectedly, it gave him a surprise. Looking at the huge bone dragon in front of him, the necromancer was also ecstatic. Originally, it was far from being able to summon a monster of this level, but it did not expect to be able to do it today under the anger. Just when it was about to look up at the despair of the two non-undead creatures, suddenly, he heard the human being speak again. That necromancer can't summon anything else, so kill it first. In order to prevent it from being crushed to death by the aftermath of the battle, it is not counted as killing experience. Question mark. The necromancer slowly made a question mark. Then I felt a terrifying pillar of magma falling from the sky. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 23 Warcraft necromancer and gains 3,502 experience points. I have little experience. Su Chen smacked his lips. Perhaps it was because after summoning the bone dragon, the necromancer fell into a weak state. Killing in this state does not give you 100% experience. But this is just speculation. Successful extraction, gain 293 points of magic power. Successful extraction, gain 102 points of magic power. Successful extraction, gain 162 points of magic power. 5 balls of light flew out from the corpse of the necromancer in a row. They are all magic attribute points. Although there is no skill, it is enough to have this last gift. Su Chen set his eyes on Bone Dragon. It's just this evaluation. Slightly speechless. Make them look like some big villains. In the battle just now, they don't kill the necromancer for the time being, and the necromancer also needs a lot of summoned objects to repay them. Shouldn't this be a model of reciprocating rewards? After the Bone Dragon broke free from the magic circle completely, seeing that the necromancer who summoned him was directly burned to ashes, a trace of confusion flashed in his eyes. But then, the fire of the soul became more vigorous. Even the skeleton has no expression. But Su Chen can still feel the happiness of this Bone Dragon. Then it looked at Su Chen, turned around and ran away. Without the restraint of the necromancer, can the summoned be free? Su Chen looked at the running back of the Bone Dragon, and had some guesses in his heart. This is all intelligence information aimed at necromancers. In the previous time, even if they slaughtered more quickly and more. But none of those skeletons ran away, and they all rushed over fearlessly. Now this Bone Dragon has its own wisdom, and knows how to seek advantages and avoid disadvantages. Pity, there are only more than 4,000 agile Bone Dragons, and they can't outrun Haifeng at all. Black Wind, burn it. One order. The red flame dragon's breath rushed towards the Bone Dragon at an extremely fast speed, and instantly ignited its tail. Roar. The Bone Dragon let out a painful roar, but didn't dare to turn back at all. When the Black Dragon killed the necromancer, it already knew that it was definitely not the Black Dragon's opponent. It's a pity that Su Chen couldn't let it go. A body of hundreds of meters is not an advantage, but a drag. Haifeng hovered around the Bone Dragon, constantly attacking with the dragon's breath of red flames. And when the Bone Dragon wanted to fight back, that poor attack method couldn't break through the high temperature limit of the red flame dragon's breath. So it's just a cup of tea. The Bone Dragon turned into a big fireball and fell towards the ground. The flame burned for a full minute. It finally turned into a mass of ashes. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 26 Warcraft Bone Dragon and gains 5,622 experience points. Bone Dragon experience. Directly, Haifeng's experience bar increased by a short amount. The Bone Dragon is worthy of being the meat shield among undead creatures. It is really resistant to fire. Su Chen was slightly emotional. 5 balls of light also flew out of the Bone Dragon. But like the necromancer, it's all magic. Just as he was about to take Black Wind to find the next necromancer, he suddenly saw a golden light flash in the ashes of the Bone Dragon. Su Chen suddenly became interested. Is there anything else that can exist under the Black Wind's red flame dragon's breath? He let the Black Wind slowly descend. It was only when he saw the object emitting golden light that it was a golden crown. What's this? This secret realm is not an online game. Can you explode your equipment when you play Warcraft? When Su Chen took the crown in his hand, the information panel popped up. Crown of the Skeleton King. Evaluation. The remains of a Skeleton King in the undead world, after being picked up by a lucky Bone Dragon, was taken to the Lost Land by chance. You can choose to wear it and inherit the glory of the Skeleton King. Reminder. This item only takes effect on undead creatures. The Skeleton King's crown. Su Chen looked at the crown in front of him and its information introduction. There was still some doubt in his eyes. Because apart from this simple introduction of information, there is nothing else. If it is a special item, then there should be an enchantment reminder. But there is no hint in the crown's information at all. There is only one, only valid for undead creatures. After Su Chen hesitated for a moment, he slowly put the crown on his head. But there was no response at all. Sure enough, it is only effective for undead creatures. He took off the crown. He frowned slightly. I just don't know what will happen after putting the Skeleton King's crown on the undead creature. Soaring strength. Quality improvement. Find a skeleton monster and try it out. Su Chen muttered. Sitting back on Haifeng's body, he took off again. Finding skeleton monsters from the sky is much easier than finding skeleton monsters on the ground. Not long after, several skeleton monsters appeared in Su Chen's sight. Haifeng, keep one, Su Chen said. Black Wind nodded. Simply don't even use the dragon's breath. Just rushed down. 3 strikes, 5 cuts and 2 cuts were to dismantle these skeleton monsters. Then he grabbed the only living one in his hand. Kaba. The skeleton monster is still struggling. The soul fire in the eye sockets flickered with fear and dread visible to the naked eye. Don't be afraid, just use you as an experiment. Su Chen showed a kind smile. Then put the Skeleton King's crown on the skull monster's head. The moment of putting on the crown, the soul fire in the skull monster's eye sockets instantly exploded. Call. The fire was so fierce that almost half of his head had been taken up. However, the skeleton monster didn't have any painful expression, but was quiet and peaceful. Then in Su Chen's eyes, the information panel of the skeleton monster gradually began to change. The physical value that was not there before suddenly appeared. The rest of the values began to skyrocket. Until the end, the races started to change too. In less than a moment, the panel of the skeleton monster has undergone earth-shaking changes. Warcraft. Skeleton King Cub. Quality. Elite. Level. Level 18. Constitution. 2640. Power. 2530. Agility. 2903. Mana. 3410. Skills. Undead Halo, Skeleton Summoning. Evaluation. The lucky one who wears the crown of the Skeleton King, although it was originally just a low-level skeleton monster, after receiving the inheritance of the Skeleton King, it is no longer lowly. If it is given enough time, it will surely become a Skeleton Lord. Reminder. There is only one inheritance in the Skeleton King's crown, and there will be no inheritance effect after falling again. Directly from a low-level skeleton monster to an elite-quality Skeleton King Cub. The crown of the Skeleton King is indeed a bit fierce. Looking at the skeleton monster that changed its appearance greatly, Su Chen was amazed. It can be said that this skeleton monster was rebuilt directly. The only pity, the one behind the panel of Skeletron's baby. If the Skeleton King's crown can be reused, then Su Chen can create several more powerful monsters. Then kill the draw. Caw caw caw. The Skeleton King Cub struggled in Haifeng's claws. An invisible wave gradually spread from it. This fluctuation is invisible to the naked eye. But now that Su Chen's mental strength has been raised to level 16, he can naturally perceive it vaguely. Is it the aura of the undead, or the summoning of the skeleton? Su Chen watched silently. Of course he was not in a hurry to do it. If you can. He even hopes that the Skeleton King Cub can summon a large number of skeletons like the Necromancer. Kaka. Where Su Chen can't see. Countless skeleton monsters, skeleton generals, liches and other undead slowly raised their heads. Looking in one direction, even if it was just a weak call, these undead suddenly had a strong desire in their hearts. Be sure to get there. So after a while, countless undead, the fire of souls in the eyes began to flicker. The skeleton monster started running wildly, and the bone dragon flapped its wings. All the undead in the secret realm rushed towards one direction. Their king was born. It's over. This time, I really have to explain it here. Looking at the almost endless sea of skeletons in front of him, Yonghu's eyes were full of grief and indignation. 3 days ago, he brought his city guard team to the secret realm of the undead to perform tasks to curb the surge of monsters. But never expected, due to the hunting of too many skeletons, the team was actually targeted by 3 necromancers. Experienced, he immediately occupied a boulder highland cave. The situation of being attacked on all sides is avoided. But even so, those are 3 necromancers, under constant consumption. Now their team is already dead, and it is only a matter of time before they are breached. Brothers, I will try my best to open a gap in a while. Run as many as you can. As long as you run out of the range of the necromancer's summoning, there is hope of surviving. Yonghu gritted his teeth and said to the players behind him. He's ready to go all out. Since he brought the team in, he had to let them go back safely. Captain, it's useless. One of the female team members smiled wryly. The skeletons summoned by necromancers are endless, we have already experienced it just now. It's impossible to make a gap, even if it's a fight. Hearing this sentence, the rest of the team members also showed bitterness. Well, Yonghu was silent for a moment, and finally sighed. A monster like a necromancer is really terrifying. Each one is a mobile Warcraft fortress. The squad is besieged by 3 necromancers. Even if he is a 3-star Beastmaster as the captain, he can't stand it. No, why is there suddenly no movement outside? The female team member who was still smiling wryly just now said suddenly. When it was under siege, there were almost all kinds of fighting sounds outside. Why is there suddenly no sound now? Could it be that our Beastmasters are all dead? Someone turned pale, but Yonghu immediately scolded. What are you talking about? If the Beastmaster dies, the spirit of the Beastmaster will be severely injured. They have nothing to do now. Obviously not dead. Everyone also quieted down. You look at me, I look at you. Finally decided to get out of the cave. After all, if something big happened outside, they would be waiting to die inside. But when they walked out of the cave, everyone was a little confused. The sea of skeletons in front of him. It turned out to be like the tide receded. All the skeletons have left. How is this going? There was a hint of disbelief in Yonghu's eyes. Obviously they couldn't hold on anymore. Necromancers will soon be able to enjoy the feast of human flesh and blood. Why did she suddenly retreat? Could it be raining, so everyone went home to collect their clothes? Someone said it as if joking. I walked before the gate of hell, and now I suddenly got the hope of life. It also made everyone in the team feel better. Even the air in the secret realm of the undead has become fresh. You are a human necromancer, and you still go home to collect your clothes. Yonghu was speechless. He looked in the direction where the skeleton monsters left. He hesitated for a moment. He turned his head and said to everyone in the team, you go out of the secret realm first, and I will follow to have a look. Quote question mark question mark question mark quote. Captain, are you crazy? The team member stared wide-eyed, and asked with a puzzled expression, that's a necromancer, now you're exhausted, following up as a dead end. It was so hard to escape, and it is too late to escape now. Still chasing after. I know, so let you go out first. Yonghu said seriously. But these necromancers left suddenly, there must be a very important reason. My second Beastmaster Yunhu, it's very fast, if I find something, I can also bring the news out. Quote. Captain, what about you? The voices of the team members were a little dull. Yunhu is very fast, but the speed of the Beastmaster seems to be not that fast. From the day I joined the city guards, I have decided to use my life to protect Zhongcheng. Yonghu smiled. If the strange behavior of the three necromancers is a sign of a riot in the secret realm, then Zhongcheng will be in trouble. You are still young, you don't need to take risks with me, keep your usefulness first, and talk about the rest later. After speaking, he didn't stay any longer. Run quickly in the direction of the skeleton's retreat. The rest of the team members looked at Yonghu's back. For a while, I didn't know where to go. After a while, someone asked with some difficulty, shall we go? Chasing three necromancers is basically the same as courting death. Not to mention them now. Everyone was exhausted enough. The female team member took out a coin, took a deep breath and said, go for heads, and go for tails, how about it? Good. Everyone nodded in unison. Ding. The coin was bounced high and then caught by the female players. Clenched in hand, fist placed in front of everyone. When it was about to spread out. But the deputy captain grabbed his hand. It seems to be positive, I will go first. The deputy captain smiled and ran towards the direction Yonghu left. The female players were slightly silent. She hasn't spread it out yet. Since it's positive, I'll go too. I am coming too. I was angered by three necromancers before, and I have to take revenge. Quote. Everyone spoke in a loud voice. They stood up one by one and chased after the deputy captain. In the blink of an eye, only the female player was left here. There is still a coin in his hand that has not been seen by anyone. Spread your hands slowly. The coin in his hand has been squeezed into a small iron ball. Sure enough, it's positive. The female player breathed a sigh of relief, turned her head and followed. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 21 Warcraft Lich and gains 2,840 experience points. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills the level 23 Warcraft Skeleton General, gaining 3,210 experience points. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 20 Warcraft Skeleton Monster and gains 2,102 experience points. Watching the killing prompts coming from the Beast Control panel. The smile on Su Chen's face also became more lush. He patted the Skeleton King's cub on the forehead. it seems that you are still useful. I gave you the Skeleton King's crown. Where is the crown of the Skeleton King? This is clearly the level up artifact given by the Skeleton King. In such a short while, there were already thousands of skeletons running over here and there. Haifeng has already gone mad. The experience bar is also rattling up. After teasing the Skeletor cub for a while, Su Chen continued to extract attributes. Successful extraction, get the skill, Underworld. Successful extraction, gain 92 points of magic power. Successful extraction, gain 81 points of magic power. Hellfire. The fire skill of undead creatures is similar to the charge skill of goblins. Su Chen reckoned and threw all the light spheres into Haifeng's body. This skill is also an old familiar. Except for the most rubbish skeleton monsters, other undead creatures basically know it. This is already the 6th dark fire skill he has obtained, and each skill can increase the power of the red flame dragon's breath by 1%. After accumulating a little, it can also have a good bonus. Rumbling. Suddenly, the ground began to tremble slightly. Su Chen was a little stunned. But then it was overjoyed. This tremor shows that a large number of monsters are approaching here. After waiting for so long, the big fish finally came. A smile appeared on his face. The ones who came just now were all scattered skeletons, although they add up to a large number. But far inferior to the necromancer before. Even the ground is trembling slightly now. It is enough to show that there are so many undead this time. The one who can control so many undead must be Necromancer. I just don't know how many necromancers have come. Su Chen patted Haifeng's head. Haifeng, let's go to the sky. Ready to fight. Necromancer may be a dreaded opponent to others. But for Su Chen, he is not afraid of the skeleton sea tactics of the necromancer at all. My own infinite extraction can continuously provide Haifeng with new magic power. During the battle, the magic power will almost never be exhausted. Want to use the skeleton to consume all of Haifeng's magic power, and then siege him. It doesn't exist at all. Rumbling. The ground trembled more and more. Coming. Su Chen's expression became serious. It takes full strength for a lion to fight a rabbit. Even though the necromancer will not threaten him, he will still be the first to enter the state of full preparation for battle. This is respect for fighting. And at this very moment, a large number of skeleton monsters appeared on the horizon. The first thing that appeared was a group of bone dragons flying in the sky. The huge bone dragon, with magic power exuding from the bone spurs on its wings, moved forward without haste. Subsequently, the skeleton army on the ground gradually revealed its true colors. Skeleton monsters, skeleton generals, liches, etc. lined up in turn, marching forward like a real army. This look, it's really a bit like fighting for the king. Su Chen looked at the skeleton army coming from afar, and laughed. Compared with the skeleton army of necromancers I encountered before, it is the difference between bandits and regular troops. It's a pity that it is only a few necromancers who control these skeletons. It is simply impossible to exert the combat effectiveness of a large army. When the bone dragon army saw Su Chen, they roared angrily. Undead creatures are born with a sense of aversion to non-undead creatures. What's more, at this time, Haifeng's claws are still holding the Skeleton King's cub. Kaka. The Skeleton King cub was also struggling endlessly, making the sound of joint rotation. But now it is impossible to break free from Haifeng's claws. Roar. It seemed that they saw the struggle of the Skeleton King cubs, and the Bone Dragon group started to run away in an instant. Chi roared. The terrifying sound wave swept over and turned into a substantial blow. Almost forgot, these bone dragons also have the ability to roar. Su Chen narrowed his eyes slightly. Before the sound waves approached, Haifeng's red flame dragon's breath interrupted the sound waves. Then it turned into ripples in the air and slowly dissipated. But the battle has only just begun. The clusters of soul fire burning in their eye sockets gave off an incomparably penetrating sense of death. More than 100 bone dragons were all staring at Su Chen and Haifeng. The frequency of flapping the wings is accelerated. The speed suddenly increased, as if it turned into a huge sharp arrow and shot towards one person and one dragon. Such a terrifying power. If it were another Beastmaster, I'm afraid they would be so frightened that their legs would go weak. Haifeng, prepare to use the most powerful red flame dragon's breath. Su Chen ordered lightly. Haifeng nodded, feeling a little nervous looking at the group of bone dragons slaughtered in front of him. After all, it was the first time it faced so many huge groups of monsters. Attack! When the bone dragon just entered the firing range of the red flame dragon's breath, Su Chen made a decisive move. Huff! Without any hesitation, Haifeng spewed out the red dragon's breath like a volcanic eruption. A fiery column of fire appeared, the heat almost boiling the air. Most of the sky was dyed crimson in an instant. The red flame dragon's breath at full power is enough to obliterate most monsters below level 30. However, bone dragons have always had rough skin and thick flesh, but they are outside the vast majority. As far as Su Chen could see, most of the bone dragons are around level 25, but even they are overwhelmed by the red flame dragon's breath. You can still go some distance. Are you advancing with the breath of the red flame dragon? It seems that this group of necromancers really don't understand anything except summoning. The corners of Su Chen's mouth curled up slightly. The power of the red flame dragon's breath is self-evident. Even if the bone dragon cannot be burned to death in the first place, it can still cause serious damage to it. And the bone dragon is such an important air combat unit. Knowing that the front is so dangerous, you should stop advancing and retreat. After the skeleton army enters the battlefield, randomly dispatch bone dragons to attack and entangle. Only in this way can it cause the greatest lethality. And this necromancer, it would be so stupid to let these bone dragons help the skeleton army open up the battlefield. This is what Su Chen didn't expect. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 24 Warcraft bone dragon and gains 3,102 experience points. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 25 Warcraft bone dragon and gains 3,420 experience points. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon kills a level 23 Warcraft bone dragon and gains 2,940 experience points. The kill notifications kept popping up from the Beast Familiar panel. Su Chen felt more comfortable the more he looked at it. A monster like a necromancer is simply too suitable for me. By the way, he snapped his fingers again. A large number of light spheres obediently came to Su Chen's hand. Successful extraction, gain 52 points of magic power. Successful extraction, gain 92 points of magic power. Successful extraction, gain 102 points of magic power. All the magic attribute points were shot into Haifeng's body by Su Chen. It is a very mana-consuming behavior to output the red flame dragon's breath with all its strength. If there is no supplement, Haifeng may not be able to persist for 10 minutes. But today with this level of logistics, let alone 10 minutes, even if it is sprayed for 10 hours, it is no problem. The experience bar is full. Your Beastmaster Black Dragon has been upgraded to level 17. Sudden, killing and killing. An upgrade prompt popped up on the Beast Familiar panel. On Haifeng's body, there was also a white light that only appeared when he was leveling up. This battle hasn't even started yet, let's go up one level first, a good omen. Su Chen couldn't help joking, and then patted Haifeng's head. After the bone dragon army approaches, don't back up, go straight in, and break their wings with the fastest efficiency. Although he didn't know the master's intention of doing this, Haifeng still nodded obediently. When more than 100 bone dragons rushed in front of Haifeng with the breath of the red flame dragon. There is only a small half left. Black Wind also followed Su Chen's instructions. Roar, rushed directly into the group of bone dragons. Regardless of its size, it is far inferior to these bone dragons. But whether it is physique, strength, or agility, these bone dragons are far from its opponents. The red flame dragon's breath, the fearless collision, and the stabbing of the sharp claws. The three skills were almost used by Haifeng, and the bone dragons fell from the sky. The wings of these bone dragons were damaged without exception. Some were burned, and some were broken. When the skeleton army finally arrived on the battlefield, there were almost no bone dragons left in the sky. The massacre has only just begun. Su Chen looked at the army of skeletons on the ground, and a cold light flashed in his eyes. There is no bone dragon to hold in the sky. There will be no difference between the army of skeletons slaughtered by the Black Wind and the group of skeletons of the necromancer before the slaughter. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.